captain's hand. In this world of sport, there is just one sort. There's the team from East Geelong.
We'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wadawurrung people and honour and pay our respects to their elders, past, present, emerging, and all those who are part of the community here today. This match is for the Buckley's Entertainment Cup between East Geelong and Inverleigh. East Geelong are coached by Morris Stevenson and captained by Ryan Hole. Inverleigh are coached by Ben Webb and captained by Adam Muir. The umpires today, central umpires are Errol Burns, Jared Clark and Mark Davidson. The boundary umpires are Oscar Clark, Ethan Monaghan, Dermot Quinlan and Lila Stewart. The goal umpires Rod Stokes and Mark D'Alessandro. The emergency umpire is Les Sedman. We'll now have the national anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth of toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every state of birds Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing of birds Australia fair.
Can we have the captains in to toss the coin, please?
And welcome to St Albans Reserve, Gordon Tafe Oval, the 2022 GDFNL Reserves Grand Final.
What a great day to be alive, guys. Grand final day of the GDFNL. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else, would you, John?
You should not. You certainly wouldn't want to be anywhere else. You know, like, it's great to see these two teams, East Geelong undefeated today. Inverleigh had a close game with them a couple of weeks ago, so it should be a cracking game.
We're looking forward to it. Young Bailey, what do you got for us, mate?
It's going to be a cracker, isn't it?
Bailey, where's our bloody? What's going
I've got
on here?
they're my team sheets,
Where's
Mitch.
mine? How am I supposed to call this game?
You'll have to steal it off Spider, mate.
You can't.
There we go, Mitch. The East Geelong coach.
Where's the East Geelong
Mocker
coach?
Stevenson, look at
Mocker.
him. He's looking very calm
How are
out
you,
there.
Mocker?
Good luck, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Get a haircut.
How's the lawn looking, Mocker?
cracking game. As I said, East Geelong undefeated all year.
Yep. Yeah.
Straight through. Very close game in the second semi-final. And Inverleigh obviously won the right to challenge last week. So first and second, which is what you really want to see. Two sides rewarded for their effort.
There's no doubt about
Well,
that, Spider.
Inverleigh gave them a real good run in the qualifying final. So they got away sort of late in the last term, Mitch, to get over the line and give themselves a shot at the title. So they meet again.
They certainly do, and I'm a bit dirty on Grubby. He said he was going to have the team sheet here ready for me.
Well,
What's going on?
I've got them. I've got them, Mitch. They're
How
here.
am I supposed to see that?
I have. Put your glasses on.
I have. Me
Well, put your other glasses on then.
Well, Bailey's got his.
Yeah,
Bailey's
Bailey,
right. So
good on.
Binoculars.
Bailey's in charge. Do you want the rest of the sides to ride out, mate? Do you?
That's right, I got them.
Oh, you got them all?
Got 'em, yeah.
Ground
Perfect.
looks a treat here, boys. Ground looks a treat.
Ground does look a treat. There's a fairly strong wind going across the ground, so it doesn't seem to be favouring either end, does it?
No,
So
it's directly westerly, so it will go straight across the ground.
yeah,
It affected the kicking under 18s. Of course, a classic game there. 5 points to Drysdale.
yeah. Well, that's a good effort, West Geelong.
And just a community announcement too, Mitch.
Yeah.
Just when we're in the port in the Cry Bay, beware of big ships.
Look at the signs either end, mate. They're up there for you, Mitch. So you don't forget that plug. So
Ports of Victoria. Yeah, beautiful.
we're not sure who's sponsoring the first quarter here, so we call it the hashtag Giddy Up First
That's it. And it's bathed in sunshine. Who won the toss, Spider?
Quarter. Australia are batting.
Australia are batting. Okay, so looks to me as if Is there any changes to the side? Is anyone come out that we thought might be out and not in?
No, it doesn't appear to be any changes today, mate.
No, so there's there's no changes in the senior sides. That's what I'm trying to get at.
No. The side is as named.
Okay.
By the look of it.
Yeah, right.
Some of the players out there on the ground
there's
now.
Muir there, and so
Groz is out there.
Groz is out there.
So
fair enough.
So it doesn't look like doesn't look to be any changes.
Mason Dixon, I'm interested to see him. Plays golf off a 3 handicap, Mason Dixon.
I play a 14, mate. They've got steel shafts and heads on the club, so that's my handicap.
A couple of rude-looking heads sitting in this car now, let me tell you.
Bailey's got the binoculars, so we're going to let him lead off for the first.
No, bugger him. We're going to get taken over straight away.
No, if you stuff him.
Have you got sunscreen on, Bailey?
Yeah.
I need it.
I know, you burn under a flu rate.
God.
Yeah, here it is, ready to be, the red conveyance is ready to be thrown in the air. Up to you, Spider, you're taking away.
Bailey's going with it now.
Come on, Bailey.
Here we go, Venner Star in the ruck. Now in the middle, picked up by number 23, who's 23, love
Lockie
it. Number
Parrott,
he's a little
23.
gun there. Gun cricketer too.
He's a good cricketer.
Game's pretty hot for a starter.
It's look, she's struggling the ball out there, moving forward. East Geelong knocking the ball along the ground. I think kick out of mid-air there. Could have been a free kick, but play on. Inverleigh handballing back on the left. Kick smothered. East Geelong players running onto it. No, overruns the ball.
They're pretty nervy, the boys.
Yeah, a little bit of a nervous start out there.
Bit of a nervous start, but that's okay.
Ball's come clear. Oh, knocking it forward.
It's out on the wing. It's out on the wing. Out on the far wing.
A great effort.
Yeah, it is a good effort. And here we go. Straight down the Buckley's end. And Inverleigh are in the box seat here. Dixon. No, didn't get a free kick. It's okay. It's well defended by East Geelong. East Geelong certainly attack from their defence. And it's a shot at goal, across the face of goal. Bannockburn aren't playing. So they don't run onto it. Inverleigh run onto it. But East Geelong are out. Ball coming down the clubroom side wing. A nice kick. Going to be intercepted here. Well done. Well done by both. Good contest from East Geelong and Bannockburn and Inverleigh. I better get that right, shouldn't I?
Yeah,
so,
it's not Connor Bannockburn, Mitch.
No, it's Inverleigh. No, there's nearly a high free kick, but the umpires let it go.
Played for it.
Fairly scrambly at the moment, but Inverleigh are in attack again. They've got to get some reward for this. Out onto the clubroom side, down towards the Buckley end. Ball spills out of bounds, and we will have a throw-in.
In front of Jamie Spiller.
Spilled out by Spiller, hey?
Spilled out by Spiller. Any relation to the former CEO of the City of Greater Geelong?
Probably not.
I think he is.
I don't know. You know.
Is it the last touch
rule? Last
here?
touch rule in the reserves.
Right, okay, so
last
I've got that.
Rule.
One a little bit high to East Geelong. It's right in front of the clubrooms on the wing side. East Geelong, he looks inboard, kicks his paw, cut off by Inverleigh, and there's another high tackle that's not paid.
One, didn't it?
You go, Spike.
Here we go. I'll be calling for the ball.
I'll tell you what, guys, it's been a real ugly start to this grand final. Let's hope these teams settle down in a moment, because at the moment there's not much to really report.
No, ball being thrown up in front of the clubrooms again. Nice little throw up by Inverleigh. East Geelong break clear of the pack through Ryan Hull, the captain. Jai McEwen fumbles the ball. East Geelong picked it up through the middle, off to Dale Lappin. Kicks long into the forward line, full forward line. It's all Inverleigh. It's a nest of hawks down there, Mitch.
There is, and that
they've messed that up. They've messed that up badly. And it's going to be the first goal of the day. First kick, there it is. First goal of the day to William Hall.
Great pressure there by the East Geelong forwards.
I think, in all honesty, there was a little bit of panic there.
The umpires paid a free kick. So it's not the first goal of the day.
That won't be a score.
That was my call for the year. That's all I had.
Yeah, well, they're lucky to get out of that, because they did make a meal of it. To tell you the honest truth, there was a couple there, and they.
Which could have been the pre-mix play of the day.
Yes, Grozza goes across to Jai McEwen, who kicked it short again, and a little short pass chip around. Inverleigh controlling the ball at the moment, so. Nice long kick down the far wing, play in front of the scoreboard. Great hands there, great hands, good grab. Can't see the back of the jumper to see who it is. The door's open here, so she's blowing a gale. Scrubby kick along the ground, pretty much. Inverleigh running onto the ball beautifully. Handball's out. Long kick into the forward line. Oh, Dixon tripped over his own feet.
I think you tripped over the fringe that just blew off my head.
East Geelong repelling here, fighting hard. Good clean handball. Raking free out onto the far half back line. Another scrubby kick. Great little pick up there, and long forward Dixon on his own.
He's in the box seat here.
Beautiful
takes the
mark.
mark probably 20 metres out from goal on a very, very slight angle.
I think Dixon come from Bacchus Marsh, played a bit of senior footy early in the year. He should have no troubles kicking this through.
The Mason-Dixon line.
Mason-Dixon line, yeah.
Mason-Dixon
yeah.
line.
Well, if we see what's been going on since the start of the game with foot skills, Mitch, it hasn't been great. So.
No, it has not. But he's lining up at the Buckley's end of the Gordon Tafe Oval, and I don't think he'll have any problems kicking this, to be quite truthful.
It's not going to handball.
And to be quite truthful, they've sort of had a fair bit of the play in Inverleigh. It's been a scrambly game. East like to attack off their half back line, but that hasn't happened as such. Dixon lines it up, kicks it. He has kicked the point. He has kicked the point. He's missed to the left.
Celebrated well,
Celebrated the point.
Yeah,
Very O'Toole special.
Put the cork back in the champagne bottle, lad.
Yeah, but anyway, so East Geelong have got an opportunity now from full back. It'll be interesting to see how they move the ball down towards their end of the goals.
We've gone nearly 5 minutes into the first quarter. That's the first score. 1 point to Inverleigh. East Geelong yet to score.
Playing the old huddle here, East Geelong.
Alexander McDonald will bring the ball out. Whether they are playing the huddle, Jason, that's a bit of something gone from the past. And he kicks it to the.
It's a 3v1 here.
The 3v1, which is a bit of a worry. No, East have got it out of here.
Still very scrambly.
Yeah, it is.
And,
It
bit
is.
of
They
panic
put themselves
football.
under
That's
pressure.
A great little kick.
Yeah,
Just
straight
missed
to
the
Inverleigh.
Jamie Spiller
Oh, dear.
kicking it long into the pocket.
He'll mark it.
Billy McIntosh takes the mark in the forward pocket.
Luck's a fortune there, boys.
Yeah, it is, but like I mean to say, if you're in front of it as a forward, you've got an opportunity. He should kick this, to tell you the truth. He's on a fairly acute angle, but I'd tip and he'll run around a little bit, pop it through with his right foot with the banana, and this should be Inverleigh. Yeah, I think Inverleigh are on top here for a minute, but they haven't been there for long, but they're on top. As he lines it up, he's going to come in board, check side,
On the left, Mitch.
left foot, 1 point.
Good effort on the
behind.
left, actually. That was a good effort.
Come on, Bailey. Get your.
All right, let's
warm
give
your
it a go.
tonsils up,
All right,
mate. Warm your
let's
tonsils
give it
up,
a
buddy.
go. McDonald again.
Yeah, we don't want any dead air.
No, we don't want that, do we?
Why not?
No. Well, we could, like you boys have in the morning show.
That's it.
McDonald, right back pocket.
Bailey,
Wow, there's a dry bite.
Marked by the East Geelong player, right back pocket for East Geelong.
Keep that nonsense up, Bailey. You might get a go on our show.
Better than Grubby, hey? Up to the wing now. A beautiful mark by the
Great
Inverleigh player.
Can't see who it is.
No, I can't see who it is. Back of the jumper. It's only the reserve football. We don't know every player, boys.
No.
Kicked up to centre half forward. Beautiful. Oh, I'd pay that a mark there. We'll get a free
good
kick.
intercept, yeah.
We'll get a free kick there. So we'll have a look around. A couple of players to the left. I think he's going to go up to the outer wing again.
Long down the line.
Little chipping ball. Can't mark. Could have been a little late push. Picked up by Inverleigh. Nice little handball out. I think they've got a free kick here.
Out of bounds, is it?
Out of bounds.
It's paid it out of bounds.
Yeah. I
East
think it's
Geelong
out of
need
bounds.
to get the ball to the clubroom side, guys. They really need to get out of that dead area.
Yeah, that's for sure. Although it probably suits East Geelong defensive mind if they can keep it there. Because Inverleigh have had all the play, to be quite truthful, and it's on the Boundary Road side where the wind is absolutely howling towards, so it's going to be hard to get it out, so someone's got to come in board and
Gotta be
really
brave.
open the game up.
Yep, have to be brave.
Going to bowl it up now. Spillage. Now East Geelong could be out. They're not out because Inverleigh are all over it. Picked up now by number 15. I reckon that was out there. Nice tackle. Kicked up to centre half full nearly. Beautiful little mark by Mays. Mays goes inside. A shocking ball. Picked up.
By Dixon.
That's Dixon. Now East Geelong with the ball. But the Inverleigh pressure is absolutely fantastic.
There's a bit of a punch on behind play. Dixon and his opponent off the ball.
Sorry about that, boys.
There's no doubt, and
There's an
someone's
injury
injured
here.
I think
themselves
Ward, that Ward down.
He's got his
Would have
knee,
done
holding
his
his
knee.
knee. Holding
It
his
was in
knee.
the
no.
It was in the tackle.
This is not great.
No, it's not.
No,
They're
we're
calling
stop play.
They're calling,
Yep.
actually calling for the trainer.
Is that
straight
definitely Matty
away.
Ward there, boys?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it is. I think Kelly's coming on the ground now.
He's done the knee, mate.
Yeah, it's
That's
Matty
no good.
Ward. That's Matty Ward.
That's no good.
It's not good for a start here, boys.
No, it's not. It's been a very scrambly start, hasn't it?
It's been
Like I'm
terrible,
gonna
John. Be truthful.
The conditions are tough, and it is seconds footy, so it's
And
been a bit of a
bigger
scrambly
ground
start.
too. You know, it's taking a bit of time to get used to it, and it's a grand final. You know, like
Wide open spaces, there's no excuse.
oh, Jason.
No excuse. Bailey, is it? Wide open
Well-
spaces.
Oh, they don't play on this bigger ground usually, do they?
No.
Oh, mate, it's only grass with with a bit of stuff around the edge. Bit of, what's that?
John, I'll
paint?
see you run a lap at quarter time.
Oh.
Be fantastic. We'll see you at 3/4 time.
Mate, these are the grounds you want to play on in finals.
Absolutely.
Big
you want
grounds.
to play finals, Jason. This is where it's played. It's where
Well,
you got to play 'em.
that's where you got to play, mate.
So it's not good news.
He's
hobbling off.
and
But,
he's got his
put a bit of weight on it.
left knee fairly heavily strapped, and it was his right knee this time. So
as I said this morning, Mitch, it used to be left and right. Now it's good and bad.
Let's hope they can get the cold spray on him, John.
yeah, the cold spray.
That'll fix it.
Yeah, that'll fix it. I tell you, who's looking dangerous is Dixon down forward. He's absolutely looking dangerous.
He's a big unit,
he
mate.
is a big
lump of
unit,
a lad.
yeah.
So
They've got to get the ball into him properly, not just trying to hack it and scramble it in there.
Yeah.
I understand it's a game of yardage, but
kicking along now after the free kick had been paid. Dixon in that push to the back. So
Williams has got it here.
yep, breakaway, good little handball out, tapping the ball forward out to the 50. Turnover again, Mitch. Turnover again. That the beautiful shape of our ball makes it hard.
Jesus.
A great little hit there. Good bump. Trying to break through, or he's got him a bit
I don't
high.
know whether he did. I reckon he shrugged his shoulders and got it up.
Jack Lee will take the free kick.
Yeah.
He was going to go short. Changed his mind now. He has gone short. So contest right in front of the commentary box here. Ball stays in.
Oi.
And that's over the line. So we'll be bouncing that up. And that was Patrick Kelly, who
Kelly's a
He's a
fair
big
lump,
lad.
He's a
fair
fair
lump
lump
of a
of a lad,
fella,
isn't
isn't
he?
he, Patrick Kelly?
he's going to take the ruck work here.
some quality body shapes here from the Inverleigh boys. They must really love their tucker.
Taken out of the ruck by Vanosta. Scrambling handball again. Ball going absolutely nowhere. The umpire's going to have no choice but to come in and take it. And
Ball it
throw
up again, Spider.
Yes. I think we need to move the commentary box to the other side of the ground. It'd be great. The wind blowing in. But ball's gone up in the air again. Here we go again. It's Vanosta wins it out again. Picked up by Inverleigh. Great tackle. Ball come out, the tackle. Here we go. Kelly gets the ball out
Thompson.
to Caleb Thompson. Young Cougar. That's a great
Beautiful
tackle.
tackle in the
Very
middle of
well
the ground.
rewarded and play on.
Yeah, Reece Brown was caught with the ball
Yes,
when there's
by
no doubt-
Vandenberg.
Yeah, tried to fend off and had no chance.
East along on their half forward flank, the far side of the ground. Nice little chip over the top.
Starting to get their
We're
ball
50
movement removing,
55
aren't they?
metres out, and they go short again and cut off beautifully by Inverleigh, and out of bounds we go.
There's no doubt that they're trying to do the right thing, and there goes my phone. How would that be?
It's
They're
nothing unusual.
trying to do the right thing, East Geelong, and move the ball as well as they can. So, yeah.
Slot round to the commentary box. Grubby, the phone goes off all the
Oh,
time.
my
You hear it in the
goodness.
background.
Whose phone went off this morning on the show? Someone.
Mitch's.
Oh,
The umpire
boy.
going to ball it up in the pretty much the forward pocket for East Geelong. No clear tap out. Ball hits the ground. Now it's spilled out a little bit. Play on is the call. Picked up by East Geelong. Quick handball over the top. Rolling back in towards the pack again. So that spilled out a little bit. But no clear possession. Quick little handball again. Nothing going
Inverleigh
on.
have got possession here. It's fairly
Here we go
scrambling,
now.
but here they should get away now. Come down the.
Here we go,
come
they're
down
out now.
Come down the grandstand side
Long
with a good kick,
long
but
kick.
he's set this fella a task.
It's
Young bloke a
3 on
task,
1.
3-on-1. I don't know what you're doing there.
That was just typical of lack of experience on the
Yeah.
St Albans ground. They were just a kick and a
was
half
young.
away, and they
Yeah.
couldn't push up.
Young Cougar Thompson did all the hard work again and unfortunately turned the ball over. But it said the half forward line
Yep.
weren't pushing up hard enough.
Yep.
You've got to work that extra bit harder. This ground is an extra half kick.
And you can get lost.
And it's probably a bit more difficult to go for space when if it's last man kicks it or last man handles it, the opposition get a free kick. So you've got to come in board a little bit. Ball's back on the East Geelong half forward line down towards the Gordon Tafe end of the ground. Another pile up, another scrambly day. So there'll be another ball up and see if we can get it clear here. And East Geelong are about 50 metres from goal. So I think it's going to be a low scoring game today, to be quite truthful.
The
But
score, the 12.5 minute mark of the first quarter
yeah.
is 2 points to no score.
East Geelong have it here, 34.
On the hashtag Giddy Up
Yeah,
scoreboard.
on the
Hashtag Giddy Up scoreboard.
Carter tackled.
That'll be another ball up down over there on the outer side for East Geelong.
Ball's going nowhere at the minute, is
No,
it?
not much. But Inverleigh, I reckon they're all over it at the moment.
Yeah, I agree.
All
with
over it. So here we go again. Forward pocket, about 50 metres out.
Ground.
Inverleigh come into the middle of the ground. Kicked up to the outer wing.
you. Oh,
Beautiful
well done.
mark
Yeah,
there.
well done.
That's
23.
Lockie
Oh,
Parrott. That's
Parrott
Lockie
again.
Parrott, Yep.
Yeah.
He
He's been
started
very
well
good.
now, and he'll kick up to half
Yeah.
forward.
Great kick.
Beautiful,
Great
Oh,
contest.
yeah, great contest.
Beautiful contest.
What was that
He's
for?
paid the mark.
He's paid the mark, and he'll
We
pay,
can't-
Paid the
you
mark.
can't
play on
play
it.
You can't play on, boys, on a
Has he
mark.
paid? No, he's paid the mark.
He paid the mark,
We'll,
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have to take it back.
What a great contest that was.
Yeah,
It
well,
was a
both
great
players.
contest. The East Geelong player come back into the
Yep.
play, and Dixon hit him at full tilt. So it
Fantastic.
was a good contest here. It's going to get to the back here.
Grozzo
Uh,
all over this. No, it's punched through. for
It'll
a
be
point.
behind.
Yeah, another point.
Punch through. So three points to no score. Inverleigh's way. We have gone 13, nearly 14 minutes into the first quarter. Ball's come clear. Inverleigh have a good chance to run on here. The
Here we
ball
go.
lands in the hands of Sam King, who's got a bit. Takes a bounce.
Got a bit of run
Takes
on him.
another bounce.
I'll tell you what, the
Look at
big
Big
fella's
Kelly.
taken
Another
it.
bounce. Here
Going
he
hard.
goes.
He's
Yeah,
he's gone.
You've gone too far.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Oh,
he's
he's paid
paid
too
it.
high.
Paid too high.
You've got to reward the tackler.
No, the big fella chased hard, and then
Didn't
the
he?
other
He did
Inverleigh
work
bloke
hard.
come across really strongly.
You'd have
but,
to reward the tackler, mate,
yeah.
if the tackle's too high, Jace. So
geez.
East Geelong have the ball in the right spot, to tell you the truth. He's
King
kicked out.
goes long. Great kick.
Yeah,
Good mark.
He's looked down the line, looking inside now.
It's not a great kick, that
not
one.
a great kick, straight to Inverleigh.
They look
so
dangerous when they do move
That's
the footy,
right,
don't
they
they?
certainly do.
That's a shot
They've
and
marked
turnover.
between wing and half
That's the
forward.
captain,
Look,
Ryan
Hull.
looks inboard, kicked the ball
Very loose
beautifully.
here, Inverleigh.
You know,
Oh,
yeah, no, he's butchered that, to tell you the honest truth. The
Right in
ball's
front of
gone
the
out.
Right side of the bushes.
Yeah, right in front of the butcher shop in Boundary Road. Once again, he's dropped
Play
the
on.
mark. Inverleigh's dropped the mark in the forward pocket, East Geelong's forward pocket. There's a bit of a scramble. They've picked it up and they're bouncing their way out of the half-back line. Nice chip kick over the top into the centre of the ground. This should work. Give it, boy. He's
Come
given
out
it to
wide.
Inverleigh. Inverleigh have got the back position
Billy
here on the
McIntosh
half
going
forward
long.
again. He's going well, Billy McIntosh, to tell you the honest truth. Tackle strongly. Inverleigh have got the ball again, half forward. Quick kick forward. Dixon leading onto the ball. Ball's going to beat him out of bounds. So it goes back to East Geelong. I don't know whether I'm keen on that rule, to tell you the truth. He's done everything he could to keep it in. So East Geelong come back through the middle of the ground. Half back. Lappin gets it, kicks it sideways.
Now they're starting to play
Hello,
well.
bad
he
bounce.
bounces the ball. He's got the bad bounce, all right, Jace. He has got the bad bounce, and again puts them under pressure. Inverleigh are a little bit better in the tackle. Good
bump.
bump
well done.
there.
Bump by
But
Hull.
well done, Hull. Straight to the big fella, number 42 for
Johnston.
Inverleigh, Johnston. So it's an interesting play up here.
Lappin goes again. Mitch's phone goes off. Great little tackle there.
Yeah.
Dispossessed. So free kick to Jack Sellers. Grant Sellers goes into the middle. Nice little kick. Good contest there. Put his team under a bit of pressure. A little bit of a hospital pass. Inverleigh win the ball back and go long once again. But oh no, spilt the mark. Great little tap out there by Ben Bauman. Well, that's a free kick, I would have thought, by the big fella. Bit undisciplined play there by Reece Brown. Out the far wing. Away you go,
Here
Bailey.
we go. Good mark on the far wing. Oh, he's going to play on. It was a 50. It's going to be 50 metres.
Remember the old days, Jace? You could drag for giving away 50.
You ran straight to the boundary line, Mark, if you did that.
You know, you just
Well, here we go. Inside 50 to the forward pocket for East
Great
Geelong.
kick.
Good mark.
Good kick.
Great mark. Good
there
kick.
by Fraser O'Connell.
Beautiful mark by O'Connell there. And he'd play on. And you think he'll kick the goal.
Yeah, they're on.
It's going to be the first goal to East Geelong. 1 goal straight, 6 to 3 points.
They're just starting to look a little
Really-
bit dangerous, aren't they, Bailey, East Geelong? Their ball movement is really, really good when they do get possession. If they can just calm down and get their foot skills working a little bit better, I think they can really take real good opportunities in this first quarter.
Well, they're a powerhouse club, so they've got a really good list,
Yep.
and the reserves are a great side, obviously.
Sure are, yeah.
So see, here we go for the centre bounce now.
They defend really well. So a lot of their play comes from their half-back line. So once they do get it out onto these wide spaces, it's an Albans. They're very hard to stop.
Just need to be a bit cleaner with the ball, Jace.
That's all.
That's
all.
That's what it's
Yep.
been. So,
But, you know, Inverleigh, they've had majority of the play and just not getting reward for effort. But East Geelong certainly looking the more dangerous
Oh,
team.
here
now
we
they've
go in the
settled.
middle. Jozza pick for East Geelong. Picked up by Lappin. Looked like a bit of a throwback to Jozza pick. Good little kick. Now they'll play on. Now out to the far wing. He's
Sam
having a look
King, Sam
inside
King's
50.
run over.
Sammy King. Picked up again by East Geelong's. Beautiful tackle out there. Hard to see on that far wing, isn't it? It's a big ground. King inside 50. Good mark. That's a good mark
Lee.
too. Oh, it was a Lee.
Yep.
He'll
Spot
go
short.
inside 50 again. That's O'Connell, I think.
Yep.
Out in the forward pocket. He's going to get around his man. He'll play on and go to the goals. No, he'll kick it straight to an East Geelong player.
I don't know why they're leading to that pocket against the wing.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
just the wrong place to go, to tell you the honest truth. Inverleigh have the ball deep in the back pocket, and they've kicked it towards the cricket nets, to tell you the truth, on the grandstand side. So,
Mitch Alford with the ball.
yeah, Mitch Alford's got the ball. He kicks it long down the line. Looked inboard, there was nothing there. So
Scotty
he kicked
Brack.
it long down the line, and East Geelong have possession of the footy again. They're certainly putting a bit of pressure on. So, kick again into the forward pocket. The right side of the ground. Good strong tackle, and he's paid holding the ball. I don't know whether he had any chance to get rid of that.
Lack game awareness there, John. I thought.
Yeah, that's fair enough too. But sometimes you've got to give the bloke who goes for the footy the benefit of the doubt, and I don't think he got that there.
No.
This should be a reasonably easy shot at goal. It's the right side of the thick. East comes in, kicks at goal. Lines it up. It looks
That's
like
a great
it's
kick.
That's a great kick by Vandenberg.
That is the chicken coop goal of the day so far.
How's that?
Well, I think that's the best side. It just goes to show if you get the ball on the right side, Jason, the goal front opens up.
Sure does.
You're kicking with the wind, and it really makes it a little bit easy. Whereas Inverleigh have butchered the footy when they're having shots for goal. So at this stage, East Geelong are in control.
They are.
2 goals to 3 points, 12-3
On the Premix King
on
scoreboard.
the Premix King scoreboard on the GDFL Grand Final
Less
here.
than a minute to go in the quarter.
1 minute to go.
If you're looking for a good fruffy on the way home after today's game,
Go
get
to
in the
Thompson.
Premix.
Go to Thompson. Ruck's about to go at it again. Not long to go in this first quarter. If the scoreboard is right, there's about 30 seconds left in this. A bit of push and shove in the middle. Umpire about to throw the ball up. Up it goes. Nice sort of throw in the wind. Inverleigh with the
well
tap
done.
and clear the ball out through Bauman again. Here we go through the middle.
They need to kick a goal here,
Yeah,
Spike.
they do.
Tell you
They
the
do
truth.
need a goal. Nice
Dixon
long kick.
again.
Big Dixon.
Beautiful,
Stood his ground
beautiful
beautifully.
mark.
Did McDonald. He's been very good, McDonald,
Yes.
so far. So not his greatest effort off the boot. I think the ball trickled out of bounds.
That'd be nice
How the
to long
umpire's
kick
gonna
there.
see this. There is
Oh, it's
the
quite deliberate.
Siren goes.
No,
Okay.
it's not deliberate, mate. It's the rule.
Yeah, the
It's
rule.
the last touch rule.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's intentional kick that goes out, it's a free kick.
If,
Oh,
he
he's not
ki-
gonna-
if he kicks this, mate, I don't know.
Oh, you've just made a goose out of yourself, mate. You just hand the ball back on those things.
No,
He's
he's
75 metres out, Mark.
Kicking against the
That's
wind.
nonsense.
Anyway, the end of the first quarter, we have a game on our hands here. East Geelong 2 goals straight to Inverleigh 3 points.
I hope he gets a fine for the footy trip.
We'll take a short break and we're back shortly with the hashtag Giddy Up second quarter. Crowds now dispersing from the quarter time break. Yeah, the huddle around the East Geelong was quite large.
Just have a look over your left shoulder, Mark. The crowd is really building up around here,
Really
around the St Albans Club Rooms area. It's great.
Yeah, the sun's out, the wind's
Fantastic.
still blowing a bit, but end of the first quarter we had East Geelong 2 goals straight, Inverleigh 3 points. Jace, what did you take out of the first quarter, mate?
Yeah, look, it
Quickly?
was a very scrappy affair, and we expect that for grand final. There's a lot of nervous energy being used, but I think East Geelong, sort of the back half of that quarter, started to settle a bit more. They started to get some really quality ball movement. Their entries into their forward 50 was class. The other side, Inverleigh had a lot of the footy, but just hacked it, and they really do need to settle and have a bit more, a little bit more strategy going into their forward 50 to try and get maximum benefit for their use going into forward 50.
All right, here we go. We've got Johnson for Inverleigh up against Vanosta for East Geelong. Clear height advance to Johnson, gets up and over. No clear tap out though. Ball hits the deck. Free kick has been picked out for, I'm guessing, holding the man. And this is
Over the shoulder.
Dale Lappin again.
He's called play on and now called it back.
He's called Dale Lappin again. It was very good in the first quarter, Mitch.
Yeah, he was very good in the first quarter.
He's sizing up his options now, looking long. Johnson has dropped back into the hole for Inverleigh, so he decides to go wide out to the...
Why kick it out there?
Why not? Ball scrappy. It's on the ground. Umpire's coming and said, my ball. We'll go through this the charade again of the ball up.
It's just not the right place to kick the footy going into the forward line. It's just...
You're right. The Rucks go at it. Johnson probably wins that tap out. It's no one in particular. Ball sort of shuffled out there by Inverleigh, trying to break free. That's probably, no, let go by the umpire. Scrap again, fighting. Inverleigh handball the ball out, and to no one in particular. It's probably on the half-back line for Inverleigh. Johnson picks it up and fresh air shot, and here we go, fighting the ball on the ground again. Quick handball out the back. No, going nowhere. Umpire will blow the whistle and say, it's mine.
It's a scrappy old day, Spider. I think the conditions, are lending themselves to it. The ball's over on the Boundary Road side all the time, and as you say, Jason, that's probably the wrong side of the ground for everyone.
Absolutely,
to tell you the honest
of course.
Interesting, the flags are flying at half-mast, I suppose, the Queen passed away, so they're probably recognising
Phil
that.
Stringer probably,
Phil Stringer, maybe
ball going forward. Here we go, Inverleigh, big chance. Snap over the shoulder. And we have the ball still in play and now gone through for a minor score to East Geelong, who are now 2-1-13 to Inverleigh. Oh, they've given that to
Inverleigh 3
Inverleigh.
points, yeah.
I don't know what was done that for, but anyway.
Yeah.
Ball's been cleared out right in front of the commentary box. Players about to run onto it. That's a great pickup. Great take.
Oh, that's a good tackle.
Thought so. It was against Mars, gone long. Billy McIntosh been in the play a bit. He's played for the 50
metres,
and has got it. So
yeah.
Lockie Perrott, this will almost take him into the 50-metre arc for Inverleigh.
He's given him another one. That umpire, fair dinkum, has fallen for that like you wouldn't believe.
God.
He has absolutely fallen for that, and that is, let's hope he looks at the replay and learns something.
Bailey,
from
you're
it.
the brains of the operation, mate. What happened there?
Me.
Brains. My
Well, no,
goodness.
you've got us three. You us three robots next to you.
It's that new rule.
Not
It's
a new rule. It's not a new rule.
It's that rule. I just
You
think
know what?
it's
I hope the
ridiculous.
umpire's advisor gets out there at
Yeah,
half time and
mate.
gives him a spray because that's ridiculous.
Anyway, that's
It's
the
a goal.
umpire's
Goal.
called it, and he's kicked it into the big ships. Inverleigh on the board.
Bonk.
The scoreboard here at the Gordon Tafe Oval is wrong. It is 1-3-9 to 2-1-3.
Penalty affection from the trees at the back.
Yep.
And I think if you can get it on the right side of the ground, you can.
Apparently, East
absolutely.
Geelong with 3 goals to, this is, we need to get the scoreboard fixed up, folks.
Yeah. It's
Can we please?
2 goals, 1 to
Andy Barrett, one job.
one
One
three
job,
to
Andy
2-1.
Barrett.
Yeah,
We got
1-3 to
You got that one for
1-2, isn't
Lockie
it?
Perrott kicked that one.
Yeah, 1-2.
That one. Here we go again. Ruck's going at Mitch. You want to take this one
okay.
over,
The
mate?
ruck, the Inverleigh win the decisive knockout, but sharked by East Geelong. Inverleigh get the ball, pump it out to the wing side. Ball once again is over on the half-forward flank on the Boundary Road side, Inverleigh end. There's a bit of a scuffle for the ball. There's going to be a ball up here. No, it's not clear, but I don't know what's happening there, to tell you the honest truth. Shuffled out by East Geelong. Long kick down the Boundary Road side towards the boundary. Out of bounds, Inverleigh will be the recipient of the ball after the last man touch. Looks inside, looks down the line. 45-metre kick to an opponent.
That's
East
terrible.
Geelong. That is very, very poor. East Geelong come back inboard. Mark there, he's looking long down the line once again. He's got to bring it across here, I think, and as he does, little chip to number 44 for East Geelong. They're controlling the ball out of their back line. It's in the middle of the ground. East Geelong once again. It's play on, bump ball, says the umpire. Another chip kick to the wing. They're just taking it the wrong side, but they are controlling the conveyance. They're kicking short, but they're kicking accurately. They look down the line again at East Geelong, and it's a long kick. Marked by number 64. Who was that?
Vandenberg, mate.
Vandenberg. Very good
captain.
mark. Yeah, very good mark to Mr. Vandenberg. He looks down the line, comes across through the middle of the ground. Once again, they pick the ball off to 44.
It's Bartel.
Bartel's doing a good job there.
Another 50.
Another 50 metre. These umpires have lost the plot. What's going on here?
Oh, well, it's, you know.
Well, what?
Well, they're out there doing it, mate. They can't get the scoreboard right. We're picking on the umpires.
Well, I'm not worried about the scoreboard until the end of the game. I'm worried about the 50 metre penalties that keep getting given.
I'm worried about the scoreboard.
This is the third 50 metre penalty within 3 minutes.
139 to 2, 1 to 13.
Yeah, so East Geelong come in. They should really kick this goal to this end, and that's these 50 metre penalties change the game.
They're harsh. They're harsh penalties.
You know, especially for nothing. He just tackled the bloke. But anyway, comes in. Nice left foot kick.
Nice low
straight
kick.
through the
Beautiful
middle of the
goal.
goals. And East Geelong once again score.
Still look
They should
dangerous,
be
John.
4 goals, 1, I would imagine. And
3-1, mate.
3-1. And Inverleigh should be 1-3, shouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what it should be. They're just altering the score.
Score is 4-1 to 1-3, but who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? The scoreboard's not working.
So Inverleigh's on the... that's it.
Yeah, so we've gone nearly 7 minutes into the second quarter.
We have, and East Geelong are well in control of this, Spider.
That was a nice call, Bailey. You had about 5 seconds, so you can go again.
About 5 seconds to get. Well, we got a goal, and that's a good start.
It's
a good start.
But yes, look, the East Geelong starting to get on top, Mitch. You're right.
Yeah, they're well on top.
Oh, there we go. Callie and Vasoda in the ruck. Vasoda gets the tap. Spilled out. No one's got the ball now. Picked up by Inverleigh. It's going out to the outer wing again. They love that outer wing. No one's. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to pay to Inverleigh.
And that's, that was a 50.
Yeah.
But anyway, didn't pay it, so that's good.
Well, we'd rather see him not pay it, Mitch.
Yeah, we would.
What's he going to do here? Come to our wing, the broadcasting?
They're all going to the dead side again.
They like the outer wing. They love it.
Yeah. He's got to bring the ball across the centre. He's looking long down the line, isn't he? But and he's kicked long down the line to the centre wing area on the Boundary Road side. It's interesting. Inverleigh have possession of the footy again, handball it out.
It's just dumb footy, John.
Well, it is. It is. To say, in seconds footy, if you get a three goal lead, it's pretty hard to bring back, and you're not going to bring it back attacking the dead side of the ground all the time. So the ball's bounced up between wing and half forward on the Boundary Road side. And it's probably difficult because of the wind, but the reality to it is they need to get it out here and attack.
Well, both sides, Mitch. If you're Inverleigh, you've got to be bold and take some risks to get the ball to this side. If you're East Geelong, you're tasting the blood in the water and you're having a real crack and forcing the ball on this side of the ground so you can have a good shot on goal.
Oh, that's good play by the East Geelong
Young
player.
King running up half-back line again. He's been very good.
He certainly ran through a great grab here for East Geelong. They're attacking through half forward. Ball's got behind the pack here. Inverleigh are in the box seat, but he's tackled very, very strongly by the East Geelong player. In the forward pocket, there'll be a shot at goal here. No,
good
well
footy.
Played. He's kicked it back to...
Very unselfish.
William Hoare.
He's kicked it back to Billy Hoare, and Billy Hoare will be having a shot from 25 metres out, and this... unless something changes, is heading in the direction of a rout.
That young fella had all the rights to have a shot on goal then.
He did.
And he played the team game and unselfishly gave it off.
He was fantastic.
Hoare
goes back and goes bang, and there it is.
Yes.
Another one.
The champagne corks are popping here at Gordon Tafe Oval. I see Sean O'Leary, the president of the footy club. He looks good enough to be able to play, but he
still could play.
He's got to get rid of those chicken sandwiches and the champagne. He shouldn't start drinking it now. It's a bit early.
We haven't. Nearly 10 minutes gone in the second quarter, and it is currently East Geelong 5-1, 31 to...
Yeah, we got it right.
Yeah,
1-4.
Is it 1-4? I thought it was 1-3.
Yeah, it might be 1-3, yeah.
Yeah, Jules has got the score behind us. It's 1-3-9, so up we go again. No real clear tap, but Kelly has a second crack at it, knocks it into Inverleigh's way, but it's picked up by Jack Lee of East Geelong, but he's immediately tackled, dragged to the ground, and the umpire says no opportunity.
He's battling really hard, Kelly, isn't he? He's giving everything he's got for the Hawks.
Yes, he has, mate. He has. He's big lump of a lad. Jumped over the top of Inverleigh, but Kelly did a good job then to bring it straight down the ground, moving forward to the Inverleigh forward line. Overrunning the ball there. Now picked up by Mayers. East Geelong forcing the ball forward now through through Josepic, who's kicked it long. Nice little neat pass there. And handballed it up straight away. East Geelong really running on top of the ground at the moment. It's probably a free kick for an unrealistic attempt, and it has been picked up by the umpire. So
good
East
umpiring
Geelong,
there, very good umpiring.
So East Geelong probably 55 metres from their goal. Short pass is on. Not a great kick into the teammate. Punched out by Inverleigh. Handballed over the top, running the ball out, but probably on the wrong handball, putting team out under all the pressure. But a free kick has been pinned out if too high.
Jeez, if you're going to pay the free kick, you might as well put him into the third row, Mitch, eh?
I didn't think there was much in that,
No,
but
it
anyway,
wasn't
I thought he ran into him.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Inverleigh bloke ran into the East
Jaws
player.
on forward, great tackle, ball spilled out, free kick's been paid, advantage. East Geelong looking to go forward again. Inside the forward 50, Kelly punked himself there and
Well done, big
really,
fella.
really well. Got the handball across, got it back, the old one too.
Have a look at the big fella. He's having a real go for the Hawks.
The galloping game.
Hey, bit of don't argue action.
Great smother by East Geelong. The pressure is really lifted in this game, boys. And Kelly's gone again. Is that it? No, it wasn't this time.
That wasn't Kelly.
It was dropping the ball.
He's only half the man Kelly is.
He's only half the man. The galloping gets
He's their best player.
He's been good.
Great
He's
effort.
been really good. He's only a young fella by the looks too, just quietly.
East Geelong now 65 out from goal on the boundary road side. Play on, chip across the ground to Jozopovic. Drops the mark.
They've got plenty there, Spike.
Yeah, there's plenty of numbers around the ball for East Geelong. Handball forced out, turnover. Kick back towards the centre of the ground. Fantastic play there by McDonald again. Mitch, he's been very good. He just got the ball, but he stayed in the tackle. Quick kick by Mays. Goes to centre half forward for Inverleigh. But it's all East Geelong at the moment. It's an Eagles nest. Oh, a little bit of a rude bounce, turnover. Fighting for the ball is Brown. Turns it over again. Off to Billy McIntosh, who squeezes a handball out to Brown. Back to McIntosh. The ball
behind the ball here.
in will be
No, it's going to bounce and take the
Lucky
ball.
he dragged it back in, I felt.
Yeah, it's a good passage to play there. There was a lot of pressure from both sides, East Geelong and Inverleigh. It's balled up, and it'll be balled up now on the half-forward flank between half-forward and wing on the clubroom side of the ground. So it'll be interesting to see if Inverleigh, and they need to score. Up they go. The ball's taken by East Geelong, but Inverleigh pop it out. Kelly again knocked the ball forward, so he's in the mix with everything for Inverleigh now. The ball's going to be balled up here on the half-forward line. Umpire calls for a ball up. They need to get this ball wide of the pack, and they need to score a goal because they're in all sorts of strife here. It's 10-31. East Geelong's way. Ball goes up. East Geelong get the clearance from the centre square, but Inverleigh come in and hello. Free kick, holding the man, Inverleigh's way. The ball is between wing and half forward on the heading towards the Gordon Tafe end, probably kicking with a slight breeze. Ball's been brought back inside, lead by the Inverleigh bloke. East Geelong cut it off, and they've got all the answers at the moment, Spider. All the answers. They certainly like to play on and like to use everyone. Once again, it's up and good mark. Good mark there by East Geelong. He's looking inboard, goes outside to a free player. They've got free players all over the ground. They're starting to move the ball. Once again, they're in complete control of this game. That's a free kick for on the shoulder.
Free kick to Calabezard.
Yeah, it's now between wing and half forward heading towards the Buckley end, the East Geelong end. He once again looks inboard. He handballs the ball on the outside to a runner. Nice chip kick into the forward pocket. What does he do now? He looks, does nothing actually, to tell you the honest truth. Yeah, I think they went the wrong way there, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's only my opinion. The ball will be balled up in the forward pocket, scoring end of the ground for East Geelong at the Buckley's end of the ground. Umpire comes in, throws the ball in the air. Clash of the big bodies. Inverleigh get it, handball it out towards the back line. Quick kick. They have possession of the footy now. Work it down the wing side with a long kick and a handball. This is a ball to be won by either or. East Geelong run onto the footy on the wrong side of the ground, but it's okay. They've handballed it, but it's been cut off once again by East Geelong. They have all the answers at the moment. They certainly spread better.
Inverleigh, Mitch, they just said, get it out of my area. There's no structure to them at all.
No, once again, they bring it back through the middle with a short kick. Bit of a miss kick there, but unfortunately for them. But they're in the right spot of the right part of the ground, Jason, and they have all the answers at the moment. We need to
need to get Bailey in
on the action.
You're up, mate.
We need to get this going better, don't we, boys? Hey?
We do, we do. No, that's when you look at me hands, Bailey. You know, that's what it's all about.
We'll get going like grubby. Here we go, inside 50 for East Geelong. Beautiful smother by the Inverleigh player. picked up by the Inverleigh play. Now East Geelong get a nice little handball. Spilled out again. East Inverleigh now out to the outer pocket. It's kind of scrappy ball here. Snapped inside 50 by East Geelong. Picked up by the East Geelong player. Snapped her around. I think that could be a goal. No, it's going to bounce out.
Do you want my binoculars,
Going to be one
Bailey?
I might need to use them, hey?
He's
That's
bought
a
his own
point to a
binoculars,
Lessie.
he's not using them.
Maybe you should start.
I think I should start, hey?
15 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter.
Point to a Lessie. Now Inverleigh going to kick out from the Buckley's Entertainment Centre end. Just going to have a look to the outer side again. Ready to come to the broadcast side. It's a very wide ball to the broadcast side. It's going to be chopped off by East Geelong. They'll pick up the ball. A beautiful little runner. Hand back towards us. Now kicked inside for East Geelong, and he's out on his own in the right pocket. Oh, it could have been a free kick, but it's picked up by Carey. Carey's kicked it straight to...
This is great play.
Straight
That's
to
William
Hoare.
Hoare,
He's
yep.
going to line up about 15, 20 metres out. Pretty much straight in front, JC.
Kicking for his second.
Yep.
He's had the wind's knocked clean out of him, the young fella. Great courage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good contest.
Yep.
Good contest.
It was only a contest. There was nothing in it.
No, nothing in it, no.
No.
Well, here we go. Hoare for his second goal. It's a few multiple goal kickers today for East Geelong. And I think he's kicked it. It's going to be another goal to East Geelong. And they're going to go to 6-2-38 to 1-4-10 on the scoreboard, I believe, if it's correct now.
It's 1-3-9 still. To be honest, doesn't matter. Jace, what are you seeing, mate?
Oh, you probably started blue right now if you're Inverleigh.
We don't want to be inciting that.
Those days are gone,
Yeah,
Jace.
sorry, I forgot where I was.
Jace, we don't be inciting that. It's not
No,
a
look,
hashtag, mate.
Inverleigh have certainly, I feel that they've actually turned their toes up a little bit at the moment. They seem to have lost their desire to compete. They really need to lock down on their opponents for the next 5 minutes to get to half time. And if they don't, if East Geelong get another one, almost the curtain's closed.
I think it's almost curtains closed now, to tell you the honest truth.
Can't get the ball.
Yeah, well, and they're spreading exceptionally well.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that, Inverleigh.
But Inverleigh,
Ball goes up in the middle of the ground. Once again, the Inverleigh ruckman wins the top tap, but it's sharked by East Geelong, and they go straight to the attacking side of the ground. And a good contest there by both those boys. And East Geelong knock it forward, picked up by Inverleigh. East again, and every time they get the footy, Jace, they are looking for someone.
Yes,
good hands there. They're not being
well
selfish. Beautiful kick into the middle of the ground, just over-kicked a little bit, but they have the numbers, East. There's a couple there, soccer off the ground to the East Geelong half-forward line. He's worked very, very hard. Inverleigh dropped the ball there, unfortunately.
Holding the man.
Holding the man.
Yeah.
Okay, righto.
They
Fair
just
enough.
look a lot faster now, don't they?
Yeah,
East
yeah,
Geelong?
they do.
They're running them off their legs.
They're on top of the ground, and Inverleigh now are looking long down the ground. There's nowhere really for them to go. Not sprinting. They're playing in the triangle where they should get outside. Long kick to the middle of the ground. Contest by East and Inverleigh. Inverleigh win the battle of the ball on the ground. Too high there. The umpire's missed that one. No, he hasn't. He's paid it. Inverleigh get the ball. It'll be interesting to see which way they go now. They've got to come across here now. They've got a spread though. You can't kick it to no one, I suppose. Inverleigh, he looks. He's run around him on the mark. He's run around him on the mark and fired the ball down to the half-forward line. East defend grimly there. You know, they've just got more numbers at the footy, and there's a bit of a hold up of the ball there. Umpire will come in and ball this up, I'm sure of that, which he does. And, it's now 1-4-10 Inverleigh, 6-2-38 at the 19-minute mark here. Minute to go. Ball goes up. Once again, East win the tap out, but it's sharked by Inverleigh. Pushed forward into the forward pocket at the Gordon Tafe end of the oval. East have it again. Handball it out. Bang. Long kick down the ground. Inverleigh are in the box seat here. Marked very, very strongly on the wing. He looks inboard. Good job, son. Good job. The game opens up now. He plays on straight away. Long left foot raking kick into the forward line. Great cut-off mark by East Geelong. He'll go the defensive side now, you would suggest.
We suggested 30 seconds to go.
30 seconds to go. No, he's going to come across here. They're going to attack.
Another one.
Yeah, they're going to attack. Long kick down the wing. Punched away by Inverleigh, but sharked again at ground level by East Geelong. They handball it out and run the ball down. Nice boots, orange boots. Good kick into the forward line. Going to get cut off by Inverleigh. And a long kick down the wall. Now, they're on their own here, Inverleigh. If they can turn and go quickly, they should be able to kick a goal here, Nelly. Long kick into the forward line.
Matty Hayes goes long.
Hello.
Free kick down the
There's a
ground.
free kick down the ground.
Right on the siren.
Right on the siren. So this is a vital kick for the game, to tell you the honest truth. He's got on. Hang on. He's calling it back. He's not sure whether it's going to be down the ground. If it's
So the non-officiating umpire has actually made that call.
yeah, which he's entitled to.
They're allowed
He's
to.
entitled to. Now, unfortunately, he's made the call that it's here, not down the ground. If he was hit after the ball was kicked, it should have been down the ground. But obviously, he thought he wasn't. So
Brady's himself. He's 75 metres out.
Lockie Parrott.
Lockie Parrott. Well, he's got to have a crack at it, Jace.
Siren.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do. He's got to run the straight line and barrel. He's looking at
the
a barrel. Bang, bang, bang. How do we go? It's a boof. A big kick that went 25 metres. But anyway, that's the half. That's half time.
There's the first half done on the hashtag Giddy Up scoreboard.
Inverleigh 1-4-10, trailing East Geelong 6-2-38. And I would suggest Mocker stop chewing those fingernails. There's no need for you to do that.
All right, we'll go to have a break, a half-time break, and we'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes with the start of the third quarter. And welcome back to the GDFNL Reserves Grand Final. Currently scores are East Geelong 6-2-38, Inverleigh 1-3-9. About to start the third quarter. Jace, you got some thoughts from the first half, mate?
Yeah, I have, mate. Obviously, just saying, Mocko just walking past, one of the things we spoke about in the broadcast is that the ball has to stay clubroom side to defend and to attack. So obviously that was the message at half time. So let's see, that in the back half of that second quarter, we did see that East Geelong were very prominent in that area. So I think if they can keep playing this clubroom side, and they'll get some real scoreboard heat, and I think the game could be all over halfway through this third quarter.
Could well be, mate. Could well be.
Inverleigh just need to compete to get back in this contest.
They need to control the footy, mate. I think that's the problem. Is they've been fumbling the ball, and it's the pressure from East Geelong has been absolutely fanatical.
Yeah.
It's been unbelievable. Here we go. Siren umpire raises the ball. We have once again we've had Johnson and Venosta to go at it. Ball goes up in the air. Ruckman collide. Clear tap there for Inverleigh, but shark by East Geelong. Ball hits the deck, where it's spent most of the game so far. Players are wrapped up in the middle, and we'll have a secondary ball up. Here we go, Ruckman to go at it again.
Bit of a repeat of the first half. Isn't it? Scrambly old game.
Yep. Ball goes in the air, Ruckman at it. No real clear tap, but chance for Inverleigh to break away here. Falls over his own feet, moves forward for East Geelong. Good little handball back, and the captain Hull has the ball, kicks it long. Intercept of Inverleigh. No, dropped the chest mark, which is very, very costly. Vandenberg turns around on the right foot, kicks into the pocket. Great little spoil there. East Geelong fighting hard to keep it in. Could also hold a man position there. There has been two. So we have Spicer, by the look of it, have a look at his first for the afternoon. Deep into the wind-affected pocket, Mitch. So be a tough kick from there. Probably kicking from 40, 45 on a probably 45-degree angle. Very deliberate here. Rates himself, gives himself a big chance. Spicer goes.
Wants to keep it low.
State starts the run up in. A bit of Fred Flintstone about that. Kicks it long. Pushes, unfortunately, he's pushed it across. Pushed it too far, and she's out of bounds on the full. Inverleigh to take the freak hick from the back pocket. They need to change the tone of this game, boys. They really do.
Don't laugh at him, encourage him.
Yeah, why not? Very deliberate, long kick out of the back line. It's cleared. It's onto the half-back flank. Great contest there. Ball spills to the ground. Handball over the top. Has been happening for the last quarter and a half. East Geelong first to the ball. Skip around a couple of players. Lines it up, goes long, kicks to a contest, one-on-one contest, ball comes to ground, ball's in East Geelong again, snap around the corner quickly, and rush through for a behind. First score of the second half takes East Geelong to 6 goals, 3-39, leading Inverleigh a 1-3-9. We've gone 2 minutes into the third quarter on the re-elect Neville Whitley quarter.
Scoreboard. Doesn't need a re-election. He's a kingdom.
Inverleigh kicking out from fullback, coming to the attacking side. That's a great little kick, and it has been marked by Mitch Alford. Handballed across quickly, long down the line to no one in particular, and Venosta has intercepted. Chips the ball into the middle of the ground. East Geelong players, I mean, Browns doing what they want, mate. Just showing the ball. A good tackle there. Ball spills free to Mays, who runs through the middle. Kicks the ball down long towards Muir, who has not been sighted, their captain today. He's been very quiet. Ball being chipped off by Carter there, who kicks the ball beautifully to, well, almost to a teammate, but the ball's run out of bounds, and Inverleigh will take the resultant free kick with the last player touch the ball rule.
That's it. No, they cannot. East Geelong look a little bit fitter than, my God, I thought I had this phone. It's from the Philippines. Who's that?
I don't know, but Johnson has taken the mark on centre wing, just the defensive side of the circle, chips it out wide to a running player. The wind has taken that and has pushed the ball straight out of bounds in front of Jack Sellers. So East Geelong pick the ball up again.
East Geelong look a little bit fitter than Inverleigh. They seem to spread better and they use the ball better. East Geelong come in board. He once again kicks to a free opponent between centre half forward and the centre. They look across to the wing side of the ground and it's up in the air. East Geelong attack the footy, but Inverleigh are there to make a game of it. This last touch out of bounds rule, I'm not too sure about.
That's a ball up. That's a ball.
Why is that a ball up?
Because it was a scrimmage.
Okay.
So if it's kicked out, it's a free kick.
Yeah, okay. Well, Inverleigh get it from the ball up. kicked along the wing side. He's been good, this young fella, number 60.
Yeah, Mays.
He's been very good for Inverleigh. Kick down the wing. That was a good penetrating kick. He looks inboard, kicks to someone. Now that's much better. They're starting to spread the ball. Alex Brown.
Where he goes now, John?
Yeah, no, he goes back to the defensive side, which I suppose if there's no free players on the attacking side, Jason.
Have a look at their defenders. They're stagnant. They're not moving out to the ground. They're not presenting.
That's right.
It's just not good enough at this.
He looks long down the ground. It's a long penetrating kick once again, and I think there's a free kick to Inverleigh to Dixon. Dixon's got to come up the ground a little bit because he seems to be the only person that, the only target they got. He looks inboard, kicks long to centre half forward to a nest of East players, and it's an easy mark. That was certainly a poor kick, but there was no movement from the Inverleigh players. So, what do you expect them to do?
Statues are, Mitch, absolute statues in their forward 50.
East bring it across to the attacking side of the ground to Kelly, who's been very, very good. It's cut off by Inverleigh. They've passed it to an Inverleigh player, and that's good. Luck's a fortune, but they're going to have a shot from about 45 metres out. It'll be a good kick. But who was it?
Jamie Spiller.
Jamie Spiller. He's been good, Jamie Spiller, for them. He's had a lot of the footy.
Played a bit of senior footy.
He has. He lines up, comes in, direct shot at goal, 45 out directly in front.
That's the outside of the right goal pole.
That's it. With the wind, as he does, he runs a little right, kicks it long to the teeth of goals. There's a crush of players and the ball bounces through for a point. So we are now 1-4-10 to 6-3-39 East Geelong. It's in the it's at the Buckley end of the ground. Going to be brought in by East Geelong. He's looking down the ground. Once again, they huddle a little bit. Not much movement here, so I'm tipping it's going to be a long kick down the line to the defensive side of the ground. As he does at the moment, he doesn't know where to go. There's no one. He's jogging around here like a chook with his head cut off. But he finds number 55, who's cut off for East Geelong and overrun the ball. Inverleigh are in this at the minute. Good handball to the outside of the ground. It's ball in at the Buckley's end of the ground in front of the East Geelong coach's box. In the attacking 50 for Inverleigh. They must score from this foray, and they must score a goal to be quite truthful, because they're being outplayed, being outrun, and everything like that. The ball goes up, the two big fellas go for the ball. It's going to be a blocking free kick, so Inverleigh are going to have another shot at goal.
That's Johnson.
That's Johnston. He's going to have another shot at goal, so... he's about 52 out, so he needs to look at someone. There's someone, 23's run behind. Perrott kicked it to a beautiful spot. Muir's been spoiled. East Geelong picked the ball up and bang it out of the ground into the middle of the ground. Another contested possession here for East Geelong. They once again look sideways to pick a player out on their own, and they get balls overrun by East Geelong. Inverleigh now have it back into attack. Along the wing, good. He's been good, this young bloke. Plays on at all cost. Inverleigh.
That wasn't great.
Not a good kick, into a nest of East players. It's just backwards and forwards, out of bounds on the boundary side, and East get it again. Another kick, short kick. They're just playing far better than their Inverleigh opponents.
All right, here we go. Back up to half forward for East Geelong. No one can get a mark. Spilled down to the ground, picked up by Inverleigh. Now picked up by East Geelong now, and a good tackle from the Inverleigh player out there on the outer wing at about 50 metres out, just outside the 50-metre line. I think he's going to ball it up now, the umpire. The big men will go up again. I love that side of the ground, boys. Here we go again. Inverleigh get the tap down, the big man picked up by East Geelong. Now Inverleigh. Inverleigh will get a little clearing handball, but East Geelong again with the ball. And now they go inside 50 again. Up to about centre half forward. No one's got it, but it's picked up by Inverleigh. A really scrappy ball.
Scrappy game.
Very scrappy. Mays is always in there. Now out to the outer wing again. Now the big man. Here we go, Van Oster. Now picked up by East Geelong. A good handball. Up to Lappin. Lappin takes a really good mark. He's got Moorlaville on the left of him, but he's going to go into the right pocket. That's a good mark. A very good mark on the outer pocket again. And there's East Geelong players absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And that's a really good mark by Hoare. He's going to go for third goal here.
Number 3.
Yep. One thing you can't do here, guys, out at St Albans is guard grass. You're going to get chopped up every time that you want to play unaccountable footy. You're going to pay the price.
That's it. So Hoare will go for his third goal. Kick from about 45-50. He's going to really roost this now on the right foot. It's a good kick, but I think it's going to the right. It's going to be a mark.
Marked on the
Reckon
goal
that's a
line.
mark.
Marked on the goal line.
Beautiful mark.
Can't see who's got it.
Big fella.
Who's got it there? I think it is
27.
Ezard.
Yeah,
Ezard, I
27.
think he's got it.
Yep.
I don't know what the umpires are doing. They're
No, he's
working
gotta
out if
bring
it's
him
a
around.
mark.
Oh, they're going,
There we
up
go.
to the arc.
Oh, the arc.
The ARC, eh?
Yeah, we can tell from here it's a mark.
That's it. He's going to have a snap or whatever he goes left or right in the outer pocket.
He's throwing the grass in the
Throwing
air.
the grass up. Here
You
goes
know
Lloydie.
the wind is going by now. You're playing the wrong game.
Here he goes.
Oh, what's he doing?
He's going to go
he'll
right
be
up,
right, he'll be
up to
right.
the
You watch
point
this.
post.
Oh,
Hey, straight over the goal
centre.
umpire's head.
I love it.
He's kicked it that hard. It's
Beautiful
landed in the
goal.
Brent Collard Oval.
Oh, no.
Good goal to Ezard.
That's a cracking goal. Well done.
Was
Well
a
done. There we
cracking
go. Great call. Great call, Bailey.
Oh, don't start that great call stuff, Spider, for God's
I'm
sake.
gonna say,
Wowee.
I just started the great call. Jace, what did you see into that, mate, quickly before we get to...
Yeah, look, East Geelong are on top of the
Yeah.
ground. They're just really starting to dominate every part of the ground here. And Inverleigh, they've got to do something because they're just not competing. So, you know what? This is a grand final. This is where you get judged as a character. And at the moment, I can't really see much character coming out of the Hawks.
All right, 10 minutes into the third quarter. 7-3-45 East Geelong, 1-4-10 Inverleigh. Ball, it's about to be thrown up. The ruckmen go at it. Johnson wins a tap down, but again, it looks to be shark. Oh, no, there we go. The ball bounces as it does in a funny way. Inverleigh wrapped up in a very strong tackle, and he's pinning the holding ball.
dear.
You've got to have prior opportunity.
Jesus.
But anyway, through Jozipovic, is that how you pronounce it?
Jozipovic.
Jozipovic.
Will Jozipovic.
Has won the free kick, kicked the ball long, and it's another free
Another
kick.
free kick.
To East Geelong, probably 50 metres out.
It's got to come
Tough-
across here. It's got to come across
Tough
this
kick
side.
for
mate.
Ezard again, I think.
He rates himself
he's
from here.
backing himself in, so
He's got no chance.
he's got to kick at 70 metres, mate. He'll kick 20 into the wind and 50 long.
Gee whiz.
Oh, hello, he's
Anyway,
Ben
he's
Brown.
scored-
Ben
he's-
Brown runner.
Yeah.
So he's gone.
He's
to the,
actually in the Buckley's car park.
he's gone to the Dennis Lilly. He's gone back 80 metres. Here we go. Ezard deliberately the hop, skip and jump. That's a lovely kick off the boot. Just going to fall fade across. Oh, and nearly uncontested at the back again.
Tell you what, if it was a calm day, you would have put that
Yeah.
post high.
He would have gone to tape
Yeah,
over.
sure.
So at the 11.5 minute mark, Inverleigh now 7-4. East Geelong 7-4-46. Inverleigh 1-4-10. Inverleigh clear the ball into the back pocket. Elisa on the attacking side, Mitch. So
Yeah.
chip the ball over here. Marked by Jamie Spiller, who seems to be all over the ground,
He's
doesn't he?
nearly their best. Him and,
Well,
him and
again.
number 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
good mark.
That's a
Good mark.
fantastic grab by Daniel Grozdanovsky. Plays on straight away, chips the ball through the middle, looking for a running player in Alex Brown. Ball goes over his head, picked up by Charlie Friend. Oh, he spilt the ball now. It's
He spent it before he had it.
spent it before he had it.
He's picked it
He's
up.
recovered, but now he's been tackled. He broke that tackle, got the handball away. Well done. East Geelong tripping the ball long. Ooh, two players fought each other then. No talk out in the big ground. It's very hard to run on this ground and talk at the same time, out of breath. Inverleigh trying to handball the ball, and it's been cut off by East Geelong here again. Jozipovic goes short. He's got a plethora of
Captain.
choices. That's Jack Lee with the ball now. So holding the ball, measures, goes long with a mongrel punt. Falls in the arms of the waiting Inverleigh player who chips the ball out wide. Nice little kick out here to Hennigan.
No one to go to,
No one to
Spider.
go to. No one to kick to. They've just completely stagnant. They've got our long
Yeah.
Mason Dixon.
Good mark.
No, that's a great
hands.
grab by
Brown.
that's Nick Welsh. Nick Welsh is
Welsh.
27. That's a great grab by Welsh. Welsh kicks long into the ground, looking for Kelly. Ball
Just
drops mid
nothing up
shorts.
there.
Quick handball from East Geelong. Plenty of time to size up the options. Goes short. Beautiful.
That's poor by
beautiful
Inverleigh.
kick.
Poor
We have
footy.
Ferry with the ball right in front of the commentary position.
Got good ink, hasn't he?
He's got
Good
very
ink.
good ink, yes.
The diamond eye tattoos he
Yeah.
goes to.
Looks like he's been mixing paint with his arms. Nice little kick up, pick up, tap over the top. Vandenberg about to run onto it and does. What a great pick. Rides the bump.
Oh,
Just try to do
That's
too much.
actually holding the ball, Spider.
Well, it
There's no
was,
doubt
mate.
about
Well,
that.
it was.
He should have given
Absolutely.
the ball off.
Yeah, he should have
instead of trying to beat 5 people.
13.5 minutes, Mitch. 46-10. Take it away, bud.
Yeah, no worries. Inverleigh have the ball in the defensive on the defensive side of the centre. They go across to the middle of the ground, trying to switch play. They're trying to get something going here. Long kick down into the middle of the ground to number 6. Max, who's their best player.
Mays.
Nathan Mays.
Nathan Mays. He's certainly been their best player and tried very, very hard. He comes back into the middle of the ground across the half-back line. They've got to get something working here, Spider. They need to. It's a turnover, unfortunately for them. East Geelong attack through the centre of the ground, down to the wrong side of the ground, unfortunately for them, and the ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in.
I know that there's a commanding lead at the moment, John, but you just don't want to see East Geelong starting to play like millionaires because they have got a lead.
Yeah,
stay to your structure.
This is all about the team. This is all about the team now. You'll see. Inverleigh must have been said it was the last touch out of bounds. Kicked back along to the boundary road side on the wing. Kicked off the ground by the big fella. Inverleigh pick it up, maybe in the back. No, picked up again by Inverleigh on the outer side between wing and half forward. And once again, a ball up. Been a very, very scrappy game, but when East Geelong get the spread going and work the ball out, they are far, far better than what Inverleigh are. Very dangerous team, and that's why they haven't lost the game, I suppose. Yep. And they've had a number of players not be able to play today because their seniors aren't in. So Inverleigh have the ball on half forward, kicked again. Once again, this little fella Mays, he's been very, very good. He kicks it forward, but really to no one. East Geelong attacked the ball, belted forward into the centre of the ground, taken on again by Jakopovic. Inverleigh get hold of the footy. It's just a scramble. It's going from one side to the other with no handball out there by Inverleigh, but into a pack of players. Inverleigh get it again, handball forward, but once again into another pack of players. Free kick's been paid for holding the man. And hopefully we can tidy this up a little bit, to be quite truthful, because they've got to come this side if they want to score.
Have a look at Inverleigh's forward line. There's no movement at all. Look, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's a long kick to no one, and East Geelong grab it again. Over to you.
They'll go again. Here we go. Right up to centre half back for East Geelong, but it's turned over straight to Inverleigh again, and inside 50 up, but it's just not a great kick. Spilled past Mays, and East Geelong get a clearing kick, and that's going to be out to Vandenberg on the outer wing, and he's got a lot of space. He's got a paddock. He's going to take a bounce. He's going to take two, and he'll run to the forward line. He gives a hands off.
Oh, dear.
Not a great bit of hand work there, but he'll go again.
Oh, dear.
I think it's going to be out of bounds, and it'll be another ball up. It won't be a last touch rule there. I know he's going to pay the last touch.
Yeah, okay. I just don't get that. Half the time I don't know how to interpret
it's strange. He's going to go up to the next Inverleigh player along the line. It's going to play on, give the nice little hands. I like that rule, the stand rule. He goes up to the outer wing again, picked up by Mays. He's a great little player. Scrapped out, tapped out from his hands. Picked up by the East Geelong player, but it's really scrappy again. Now, the big man, Kelly. Mays again getting in there. It's going to be out of bounds, and a ball up this time on the outer wing in front of the flags.
We might have to have a look at him at Thompson next year, John. Mays.
He can play a little bit. He can play a little bit, that young fella. He's certainly doing a good job today. He's flying a lone flag there.
Yeah, sure has.
Ball goes up, and East Geelong once again dominant from the ruck. Knocked forward along the wing. Right. Pick it up again. Looking for the hand.
Hello.
Once again, East get it and handball it forward. They've got it again. They're just that's Hoare there that tried to fend off the tackler and paid dropping the ball. You've got to get rid of it, I'm afraid.
No advantage there.
No advantage, so it goes back. But look at the spread. Everyone's just standing there. There's no movement.
Hands on hips all right across the ground.
They certainly look fitter, East Geelong, to tell you the truth, but I suppose that's seconds footy, isn't it? He's looking long down the line, but he comes across to the centre again. He'll go to 27 here for sure.
Walshy.
It's a beautiful kick to Walsh. They need to use it again to Inverleigh move it forward. Quarrel gets the ball, looks again up the line. That's the way you go. Just a bad kick to Dixon, but he gets a chance. At least it's in there forward 50. East Geelong get it. Now, here Muir gets it here. He's fought off a couple of tacklers, has a shot at goal with the left foot. Unfortunately for Muir, and we haven't called him very often today, to tell you the honest truth. I'd tend to put him in the middle of the ground to try and give him a lift, but it's 1 point. So the scoreboard is 1-5-11. Inverleigh is 7-4-46. East Geelong at the 18-12 minute mark. So there's about a minute to go. East defend from the kick out down the non-attacking side, the defensive side, and it's marked out there at half back. So they are in complete control of this game at the minute. He looks long, looks inboard. Decides to go long to an East Geelong player who misses the mark. But they've got enough players on the ground. Handballed out once again. Inverleigh tackle, and it's a ball up, and we're about 30 seconds or 20 seconds from three-quarter time.
About a minute. 20.
About a minute and 20, are we? Okay.
It's 18:45,
so I thought
mate,
it was
so
19:45.
Mitch is just making the same numbers as he goes.
Well, you know what it's like.
Yeah, the bus from the nursing home's out the front waiting.
I'm getting tired. I thought you were going to take over,
I
Spider.
was trying to, but you kept talking. Kelly takes the ball out of the ruck. He's battled hard, the big fella, but here we go. Free kick has been pinned for too high coming out of this.
They need to
handballs
score,
are off.
Spider.
They need to go long. There it goes. Brown goes long into the forward line. Free kick for down the ground. Oh, no. Yes, so Welsh will take the resultant free kick. He's about 55 out. Now, this is
Gotta
important
come this
kick. You've
side.
got to move quick.
Have a look at the statues of Inverleigh. No
Yes.
movement at all.
He's gone long to Dixon, who's in a pack of about 30 players. Ball hits the ground. Inverleigh fighting
Hello.
hard, keep the ball in.
Kick the goal, son.
Kicked around the corner, and has the mark
Yeah,
been
mark
taken? It
has
has.
been
The mark
played,
has
yeah.
been
Giving him a
taken.
free high.
That was
too high.
Bauman who kicked the ball into the dangerous spot. Was it too high? Was it Bauman?
Too high. He paid the too high free kick.
Right now we've got about 15 seconds to go, so there's a fair chance this kick will be taken after the siren. Currently, East Geelong 7-4-46, Inverleigh 1-5-11. If they're going to have any hope in hell of this, Billy McIntosh needs to kick this goal. As I said, will be right after the siren, so
He'll miss this.
needs to
There's
kick
the
it.
siren.
He'll miss it.
Needs
No, I think
needs to kick
I reckon
the
he'll
goal.
kick it.
Goal post height. Beautiful. Straight through the middle.
Over
I
the
think.
big ports. The Ports Vic Mitch. On the left comes in McIntosh.
Straight
And
straight through. Lucky he wasn't a right footer.
Another
Inverleigh-
coat of paint missing and would have touched.
Inverleigh needed that.
You only got to get it through.
That's all.
At three-quarter time, we have East Geelong 7-4-46, Inverleigh 2 goals 5-17. 1 quarter left of GDFNL reserves football. Will be a cracker of a last quarter. Inverleigh did need that. Give him something to do to lead into the last quarter, Jace.
Looks a little bit of encouragement going into the last break, but again, Inverleigh, they actually offered nothing for most of that quarter. They refused to move up forward. Their defenders didn't want to run off half back and create, and just let East Geelong dominate that whole third quarter. Can they get back in the game? It's only 5 goals, but they've only kicked 2 goals 5 for the game, so you would probably say no, but hey, funny game. Funny game.
We've seen Bannockburn in the seniors last week kick 5 goals for three-quarter time, kick 5 in the last quarter to win the game.
And who knows what the mindset over at East Geelong, we've already got the job done. They drop off a little bit, and who knows what could happen. But no, they need a lot to change.
Well,
Inverleigh,
you're watching the live stream of the GDFNL football on the GDFNL YouTube channel. We will take a short break and be back with the final quarter.
Interesting times.
All right, here we go, last quarter. Yeah, still ready to go, mate. Welcome.
94.7 The Pulse. Across Geelong, the Surf Coast and Bellarine Peninsula. Welcome to the GDFL Match of the Day. Broadcast on The Pulse.
Here we go.
Now, here to bring all the action to your radio. Our team on 94.7 The Pulse.
Scrimmage forward. Welcome to our Pulse listeners for the first time today who are on board. Current score in the reserves grand final sees Geelong West 7-4-46, Inverleigh 2-5-15 ball going forward into the Inverleigh forward line on the ground. Picked up by King. Turns around on the right foot. He's got to play a loose.
He's got a paddock here. If he can get on it.
Carey's taking
him
the
up
grab.
well.
Held up by Inverleigh. Chips the ball out further. Not a great kick. Not a great kick at all. Bit of a tight kick maybe. But good hip and shoulder there. Fighting back, Big Kelly.
The big donut.
Hey, got him too high. So East Geelong will take the resultant free kick. I think this is this Ainsworth, is it?
No, number 6.
Going back to
King.
Kinger.
He's been good, King.
Ainsworth plays for Inverleigh, mate, so it won't be him.
No, it certainly won't be.
Good effort contest there. Ball hits the deck, picked up by Welsh, who spills his way. Vandenberg fighting his way through. He's been pinned.
And he should have been pinned too. He does that too often, Vandenberg. Tries to beat the tackler.
Tries to break through. Inverleigh through Welsh to take the relieving free kick from the half-back line. Goes long in front of the commentary box. Good contest. Ball is punched free from Mason Dixon and trickles over the line for what I believe will be a ball up with no clear touch. The last all players milling around. Comfortable 29-point lead.
East Geelong.
East Geelong, sorry.
East Geelong at the start of it, so I wondered where they were playing.
I'm allowed to. So ball is kicked forward by Van Oster. Picked up,
good tackle.
Picked up by Carey. Wrapped up immediately. And
he's paid a dangerous tackle here, this bloke.
The umpire has paid a dangerous tackle to Carey. I just let him
50 again. Here we go.
Mate, no attempt to give the ball back.
He tried
to kick him.
Tried to trip him, did
Brackley's into it. Scotty Brackley, ex-North Shore plays, throwing punches.
He's not throwing punches, they're dragging. Gramps. But back to the action, we have Carey lining up from the point of the goal square to go back and
I've seen bigger fracas at the old folks' home over the custard.
Carey going back to kick East Geelong's 8, and I would fairly suggest that could well be the sealer. Mitch, here he goes, deliberate attempt, goes straight forward, right into the back net.
They are celebrating hard.
52 to East Geelong to 2 goals, 5-17 Inverleigh. Josh Carey earned the free kick, and then some, bit of byplay, didn't want to release the pill.
I think the champagne's gone on ice at Richmond Crescent, John.
Do you reckon that champagne, doesn't the champagne stop at Thompson? And,
no. Well, the O'Learys have got boxes of it. They've got boxes of it. Straight off the wharf.
Shawnee O'Leary be very, very happy, the president of East Geelong at the moment.
No doubt about that.
You do rather your senior sides win, but if the reserves win.
I'll tell you what disappoints me. All of a sudden now, the game's almost over, so Inverleigh are now starting to sort of head high tackles and starting to do some really silly stuff.
They've won the ball out of the centre, mate, in front of Welsh, who's picked the ball up nicely, shrugged one tackle, handballs over the top to Mays again. Who's been
too high there.
That's a great tackle.
He's got away with that. So East Geelong breaking free out of the middle to their captain in Ryan Hole, who chips the ball out wide. But well done by young Matty Haste, who's had a great contest there, knocked the ball free, and it's still in according to the boundary umpire.
Well done.
No, he's taken it out.
Throw.
The boundary umpire down there in front of the Inverleigh coach's box has called that. So the umpire will ball it up probably 50, 55 metres from the Inverleigh goal. Need to get the skates on, but it's not going to happen here. East Geelong got the ball free. Welsh runs through, leaves the ball behind. East Geelong don't make the same mistake. Probably too high there, and then throws a punch. So this is Lappin, who's been very, very good today.
Absolutely. Look at the crowd out there today, Mark. It's fantastic.
Chips the ball across.
GDFL footy.
It is. It's fantastic out here, Jason. Inverleigh handball through, over the top, smothered there.
East have all the answers. Have all the answers. They've opened the game right up, East. There's no doubt about
forward
that.
by Berry. Out in front again, East Geelong.
He's been very good.
Been very good, wasn't it? McEwen goes to ground. East keeping their feet.
Oh, what's happened there?
He's gone the banana kick backwards.
I've never seen that before.
It doesn't matter. It's come off well. They've got numbers everywhere.
Yeah, they have. They're running on top of the ground. There's no doubt about that, Spider. They certainly look the fitter conveyance out there. Goes down the wing. Good mark. Half forward line.
Spicer.
Good Spicer. Good low kick in. He follows up. Ball goes to ground. East Geelong once again with the use of their hands missed the target. King's very good. He's a good young player, King.
They're cooks, Inverleigh.
And a good pass to the half-forward line. Yeah,
four defenders with no opponent.
Yeah, guarding grass.
Unforgivable.
Yeah, guarding grass. And they will once again try and have a shot from goal from it. Probably a bit too far out for him, but they pass the ball up to the forward pocket. Inverleigh gather the ball, kick it off the ground. But once again, East are at it again. And they will have a shot for goal here. It doesn't go anywhere, but up in the air, Hoare runs at the footy.
Oh, the big fella
runs at him, and it's on here. Big
Kelly.
Big Kelly, yeah. He's when he hits the deck, the
Kelly and Hoare.
Kelly and Hoare, yeah. That sounds like a rock band, to tell you the honest truth. But the umpire comes in and balls the ball up. This will be an interesting thing. Another opportunity for East Geelong in their on their half forward line to score again. Ball goes up, Inverleigh gained possession of the ball, but he's wrapped up straight away. And, bit of a stalemate at the moment.
Yep.
I suppose it's pretty tough when you're 52-17, but
35 points down.
yeah,
Petering out, Mitch.
It is petering out. But East Geelong is still at it. They're Inverleigh get it and kick it to the defensive side of the ground once again to the Boundary Road side where it's been most of the day, probably because of the wind. But the ball rolls to the boundary line and kept in by Inverleigh, which is a good job. He's done a good job there. He's followed it up. East Geelong once again have the numbers though and have the fleet of foot. Kick it back through the middle of the ground to a player, Lappin on his own. So he is tackled by the Inverleigh player. They've got possession of the footy.
There's your mate Mays again.
He's their best player by an absolute street. He can't be blamed for the defeat, but it's kicked in, defended by Inverleigh, had a shot at goal. Goes across the face, out of bounds on the bottom side. No, it stayed in, and Inverleigh have certainly
some candy.
Sold a bit of candy, but he's done a good job, though. He's put it back in the hot spot. East Geelong defend it, but they're right in there with the chance here, Inverleigh, and that's, is it going to be holding the ball?
Yeah, it has to be. Has to be.
Ball it up. No, the umpire
got away with one there.
He's going to ball it up 10 metres out from Inverleigh. Now they've got to, it's a 7-minute mark. If they're going to have any chance here, they're 6 goals behind. They need to get a goal here. The ball goes up. Inverleigh win the knockout, but East Geelong shark the knockout. Tackle there, free kick.
Dropping
free
the ball,
kick
Mitch.
played, yes. A
Dropping
good tackle by Inverleigh. They must get on with the job and kick the goal. The big fella, Johnston, isn't it?
Yep.
He's got the ball probably 15 metres out directly in front. Should kick a goal here, and the ball will go back to the centre and give them another opportunity to stay in this game. Walks in, deliberate kick straight through the middle. No,
He's missed it.
He has missed it.
Oh, dear, oh,
Gone
dear.
to the left. That's the last nail in the coffin there, I would suggest.
All right, well, here we go from full back for East Geelong. He's going to have a look around, and maybe he's going to kick to the broadcast side, the St Albans road side. He's going to kick to Josipovic, I think it is. And he's going to have a look around now. With Perrott on the mark, he's going to play on and he's going to come up to about half forward. Oh, no one marked there. Picked up by Inverleigh. Now picked up by East Geelong. East Geelong are absolutely everywhere. Picked up by, that is Lee. He's having a good game, Lee.
He's having a good game.
And he's getting a free kick to Inverleigh.
Turn it up, umpire.
No. Dangerous tackle.
Fair enough. Dangerous. Bit of push and shove here. Be careful. So he's going to have a look around. He's looking into the middle of the ground. No one there for him. He's on this broadcast side. He goes up to the centre wing. No one can mark. But beautiful mark. Yes, they can. And Walsh takes a brilliant mark.
Walsh. He's been another one that's been good for them.
Every time he presents, he sticks them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's fantastic just on the GDFNL logo. He's going to go up to the left half forward again. No one can mark. Spilled down and picked up now again by East Geelong. East Geelong hands back. Now East Geelong now again. They are just all over the ball. Handballs are plenty. Now up to half forward again. Good tackle by the Inverleigh player. Inverleigh now get the releasing handball. But the pressure is amazing from East Geelong. Still an half forward now. East Geelong hopefully going to get the clearing ball. Josipovic, eyes on the footy. Really good pick up by Inverleigh. And a great tackle by Jozapovic. He's been in it all day. It's going to be a ball up.
Hello.
She's on
here we
now.
go. She's on with young and old.
Yep, no good grabbing a bloke and wanting to punch him and then falling to the ground. That doesn't help.
No, not at all. Keep your feet, son. You're going to throw left, rights, keep your feet.
He's going to ball up on the wing and Spider's going to take it away.
Oh, thank you very much for that, mate. Clear out. Oh, quick kick out of the pack. Falls into the arms of Harding, who goes long. No one to go. Here we go. Pick the ball up beautifully.
Stick the tackle.
Handball out to William Hoare, who has a flying shot for goal from 50.
That's
in.
got
Get
him
him
out
out
to
to
the
That's the chicken coop goal.
that was a Shane Warne leg
Wow.
break. Hey, how was
Hoare
that?
has
Hoare.
kicked his third for the day.
When things are going right, they go right, don't they? Hey?
Kicked his third for the day.
They're sprinting on and off the
Geelong
ground. Oh,
cruise
my
along
God.
to 9-4-58. Inverleigh at 2-6-18, and that is it.
Well,
gentlemen.
the Eagles are soaring. Their smiles are plenty. Look at the boys.
Yibbity,
Yeah.
That's all, folks. Here we go. Back in the middle, though. East Geelong.
10 minute mark.
About
Yeah,
9
9 minutes.
left
9 minutes from glory.
till the champagne corks start popping.
They were popping at
I
half
think they're
time.
popping at quarter time.
Yeah.
quarter time,
You're probably
halfway
right,
through.
Bailey. Probably right. Ruckman go at it. Johnson gets beaten, even with his height.
Oh, they still win it out of the centre.
Ball that
Lappin.
comes forward, and off it goes
He's
to
been
King.
good, that kid.
Yeah.
King, who was beautiful kick into Simons, who's 55, goes across the face of goal towards Carey.
Carey, ooh.
Under pressure.
Good
Dan
mark.
Groz takes a very good mark in defence. Grozanowski will go back, chip the ball across to Jai McEwen, who's a true centre half back position, goes wide to the boundary road side of the ground again. Not going to kick goals from there, boys. So quick, has a bounce, plays on, kicks the ball along the centre half forward, goes over the head of Mason Dixon. Carey into play again, gets knocked over. There's
Nice.
Mays again, over to long kick in. That
Sellers.
Jack Sellers kicks long into the third. East Geelong
Holding the
again,
ball.
got people there. Might get pinned here for holding the ball. No, umpire
That is
says.
Inverleigh's best play of the day.
I was going to say, that's the best
Yep.
they've moved the ball all day.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about
40
that.
points down, has taken that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well,
that
look,
was fantastic.
you know,
Yeah, but once they chipped it across, boys, they
Yeah.
brought it straight
Yeah.
back in and
Open-
opened the game up.
Opened the game up.
Should have
without
done
a
it all
doubt.
day. Clearing kick from East Geelong, doesn't travel too far, and we have Shane Bremer who snaps around the corner.
Mark.
In front here, Inverleigh have taken the grab with about 8 minutes left.
It's taken to the 12-minute mark for them to understand what to
Yeah.
do.
If I'm mistaken, has the intensity for Inverleigh all of a sudden just got picked
And
up?
Benjamin Bowman has
A little
gone
bit,
back
yeah.
and has used every. What are they doing?
Hello.
He's
Review.
Oh, they've gone to the arc.
Gone to the arc.
They've
Yeah, the boys have asked
They-
them.
they-
The boys have asked them.
The East Geelong players
Oh,
want it.
you're kidding me, aren't you? What's going on here?
Oh, it's a goal.
Neville Whitley's scoreboard says yes.
Benjamin Bowman gets his first of the afternoon and the third for Inverleigh. Inverleigh 3-6-24. Trail East Geelong 9-4-58.
Bit of a consolation goal there, Mark. But as we said, the ball movement was fantastic. They got the ball on the attacking side, brought back into the middle where it was nice and dangerous, and they found their target. So, you know what? As we just said, it's taken up to the 12-minute mark of the last quarter for them to actually switch on.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's either switch on, Jason, or East
yeah,
have switched off a little bit. So, we'll see what happens. Balls goes up in the middle of the ground. The two big fellas have a crack at once again. Hoare gets it out. They've been good at dropping the ball. Well, mate, when he kicks it, it's not dropping the ball.
Is a drop kick still a kick in the...
Well, I don't think it is. Inverleigh get it and kick it down to the end of the centre square. John Stone kicks it long into the forward line. Mason Dixon comes out very, very hard, but it's cut off by the East Geelong player.
That's McDonald again,
McDonald again. He's been good. He looks across. One thing East Geelong have done well, they've spread well, and they've spread again onto the wing. Nice kick out there. They're just running on top of the ground. And,
Since quarter time, they've been excellent, haven't they?
yeah,
Mitch?
they have. They've been very, very good. Here's this
King again.
young King. He's been very, very good. He doesn't waste the ball from what I can gather. He runs well. He doesn't waste the ball. Looks down the line, chips it inside to the captain, who gets the footy here. Hoare snaps it forward again, but cut off by Inverleigh. Inverleigh now have got to go. They've got to go through the middle of the ground. He
He's done
breaks
it.
2 or 3
Anderson.
tacklers, handballs it off. Long kick down to half forward. Now, where is Dixon? Here he is. Clash of packs. Inverleigh get it off the back of the pack. There's a bit of a fight out there for the ball. East Geelong just punt, kick it down towards the wing where they have several players. Kicked long to half forward. Once again, Inverleigh
at the
are at
back.
the back of the pack here. Should take possession. Good tackle there by Hoare. And he
Going to
he
play
earns
it.
a free
Hastie's
kick.
down in the middle of the ground for
He
Inverleigh.
earns a free kick.
Hastie's down in the middle
Yeah,
of the
Hoare looks to the middle of the ground, chips it across with one of the worst kicks I've ever seen.
It was 3
To
on
be
1
quite
there,
truthful.
and he picked out the one.
Picked out the one.
He's
Inverleigh
kicked
get
like
it.
that all day, that fella.
He kicked
Inverleigh
3 goals.
Inverleigh get it and kick it across the half-back line to a free player. He looks down the line. Is he going to bring it inboard? Yes, he is. Brings it back towards the centre where East Geelong are just standing there with 3 in a row. So East Geelong have taken the intercept mark and are about to attack into their forward line.
Well, here we go. I reckon there's about 5 minutes left. Kicked up to half forward.
Oh.
He just bloody couldn't mark that one.
What happened?
Now picked up by the Inverleigh player. I think that was Alfred. Alfred gets the hands off again, and now they're going to go out onto the outer wing. They love it, like we've said all day. Now kicked out to Grozdanovsky. It's going to go into the middle of the ground. There's a whole heap of plays, but it's a good mark. And it's McIntosh, and he'll play on now. He'll go straight up to half forward, but it's going to spill out the back. Picked up by the Inverleigh player around the back. Carey can't pick it up for East Geelong.
Well done
A
again.
beautiful tackle by Carey, and I think it's what's he going to pay?
Oh, yeah, have a bit of that too.
Hello.
Oh, here we go.
Hello.
Bit of biff now. I think it's
Oh.
Carey's free kick with a bit of biff going on, and it's going to be lapping in the middle of the ground. The reserves league best and fairest. He's going to go out to half back now, and East Geelong just playing around with the football up just in front of us. Simons, no, can't mark. It's going to spill out the back. Now I think a beautiful
Well
little
done.
play.
Well
That's
done.
Alessi. Alessi, a good little chipping
brilliant.
kick.
That is
And a
Brilliant.
beautiful kick to right half forward, and East Geelong are going to have another shot at goal, and that is Ezard. Ezard's going to line up from right half forward.
Take your full 30 seconds here.
I reckon you would, wouldn't you? There's 16 minutes gone, and East Geelong with a very good lead, playing great football today on the grand final. So Ezard just in front of the East Geelong bench, right half forward. He'll come in on the right foot. It's not a bad kick, actually.
It's a good
I think it could be a goal.
Come
And Ezard-
back.
Wow.
It's
He
come
goes
back.
bang and he hugs Carey, and that's another goal to East Geelong.
Jeez, you're keeping the video now.
Oh, absolutely
Hey.
unreal. They're going to be watching this back. 10-4-64 to Inverleigh. What are they? 24?
3-6-24, mate.
3-6-24.
I reckon that will happen tomorrow, Bailey. They'll head over to Premix King and they'll be watching the video at Richmond Crescent.
Well, they'll be a bit blurry, so I don't know how they're going to go watching
The
it.
commentary will be
Oh.
brilliant.
Oh,
They'll just listen to it and imagine it all in their minds,
oh
Chase.
no, they don't even need to watch it. The commentary's been absolutely fantastic all day,
First
Stonky.
class, mate. That's why K-Rock are no good.
That's
Hey?
it. Oh, don't let Kingy hear that
No,
one,
Tom
mate.
King, who's that?
Holy dooly.
Hey.
Back in the middle
You got
now.
grubby a whale
Johnson
this
gets a
Arvo.
tap. Now Lappin gets a scrapping ball out. Bounced over to the Inverleigh player. Back in the middle of the ground. Now he's going to kick up to half forward for Inverleigh. No one there but East Geelong. 2 on 1. Picked up now by Inverleigh again. Kicked into the middle of the ground. So now they're going to have that's
Muir.
a very nice kick, and it's kicked to Muir, was it? The captain. Kicked up to full forwards, going to spill out the back. I think it might go over for a behind, or will he keep it in? It's going to go over for a behind. Spider Brady, full back for East Geelong.
I'm playing fullback for East Geelong, you beauty.
Holy moly.
3-7-25 Inverleigh, 10-4-64 East Geelong.
2 minutes to go,
2
mate.
minutes to go. Playing on from fullback, McDonald goes long. Only bloke who really attacked the ball there was Alessi, and nearly took the chest mark. Ball's hit the deck. Players pile in. They're going to be a little push and shove. Leave it alone, boys. It's too late.
Too late now. Too
Umpire
late now.
strolls in with a minute and 40 seconds to go. Throws the ball in the air. But Oster wins it clearly. Turns around on the right foot. Kicks long, but only finds Dan
Sit down
Gross.
front.
Dan Gross goes back. Looking for a leading player. It's a great kick.
Good
Great kick. That's Welsh again. He's got fantastic
He's
hands,
been
hasn't
good,
he?
Welsh.
He's been good.
Yeah.
Welsh goes short again. Looking for Mason Dixon, but his ball has been cut off by Spicer, I think it was. Who
They've just put themselves in
And-
good spots, the East Geelong defenders,
Yeah,
haven't
and
they?
got 50 for his efforts there of the late charge. This will just about wrap up the quarter by the time they work out the 50s over on his haunches there, but a couple of boys at the back there coming forward. Looking long, this is a definite time you can go down the other side if you want. Now, it wasn't Spice, it was in fact Clune who goes short across to Carter, who chips the ball back into the centre. They're just playing around with the ball now, East Geelong.
They've still got plenty of players for
Oh,
the,
we've got a bit of cramp here
hello,
for,
the old fake cramp.
fake cramp, that's what you do. Kicks it long into the forwards. Inverleigh rove the ball, run away. Bad miss. Hoare again. Can he get another one for the day?
You're going to try.
Well, if not, it should fall in the arms of some of these two of them here.
Alessi.
Alessi, but the resultant free kick will be Inverleigh.
25 seconds.
Just about the last play of the
Since
day.
quarter time, they've just been really calculated and measured with their ball use. It's been an outstanding display. You know, Morris Stevenson should be really proud of his charges for the way they've conducted themselves this afternoon.
And let's not forget Docker Carey, who coached this side until unfortunately he passed away. So
Siren is about to go. As the
Inverleigh
ball
bring it
is
out.
coming out here towards McIntosh, who takes the
There
last
it is.
play.
There it
of the
is,
day.
East Geelong.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, congratulations to East Geelong.
Well
they
done.
really deserved to win. They were the best side in it all year.
Premiers and champions,
They
Mitch.
said premiers and champions. They're hard to do, so congratulations to them. Commiserations to Inverleigh. They put up a good fight, but they were outclassed on the day. And there's no doubt that East Geelong certainly played the better brand of footy in very trying conditions and won convincingly, 10-4-64, which is a great kicking effort in this condition, to 3-7-25. So it's 14 shots to 10. They certainly led at every quarter, and probably the best quarter that Inverleigh had was the last one,
quarter,
when
that's right.
Grozanowski started to get a bit of the footy. Mays started to continue to get it. Johnstone at centre-half forward started to take marks, but East Geelong were fantastic and thoroughly deserved the win.
They just didn't really fire a shot
No.
today all day. They were scrappy. They played the kick it out of my area type game, played into East Geelong's hands. So when you come out against a quality outfit like East Geelong, you need to be able to beat them at their own game. That's maintain possession of the footy, get it out to the attacking side, and give your forwards an opportunity, which they didn't do all day, John.
Yeah, no, they didn't. I've got to pick the best player for the. I do for the. What is it? The Como Hotel $25 voucher.
Great establishment there, Mitch.
Great
Good
establishment.
cold
So
beer.
I've got to pick the best players. I would like some help with that. Who do you think was best?
Well, I think for Inverleigh, that young Mays kid was absolutely fantastic. I know East Geelong, you could throw a wet blanket over him. There was that many of them in the end.
There was no doubt that McDonald, Hale, Lappin, Vanderberg, Mulvihill,
Lappin was
King,
terrific.
Hoare, Chapovic. Who do you think, Spike?
Look, I thought, as well, Hoare's kicked 3. I think Lappin was, for me, probably over the 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Once the game broke open, he seemed to be the one who broke
Absolutely,
it open.
yeah.
And he won that. He didn't believe it.
Yeah, okay, I don't agree with you, but that's okay.
And,
Who do you
and
think?
the other one I had was Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Who's the best? I'll tell you who my best was, and I'm gonna write it down right here now. King, a young fella, a young up-and-coming fella, Sam King, who I thought never wasted one kick all day. Probably never had the most possessions, but was athletic, attacked the ball with ferocity, and never wasted any of his possessions. I thought he was really good.
Fantastic.
So young King for me wins the Commonafine Hotel Best Player Award.
So that's the medal as well, then, mate.
Oh, is it? Is it? Okay. Sam King.
You're going to give him the medal.
Well, I've been told to give him the Como Award. I'm going to give him the medal as well. There you go.
We don't go to the half-time. I would have put Vanderberg.
No, I'm giving it to Sam King.
We give that a voucher to you.
Well, I'm giving it back to the King. I don't know who's going to pick the medal.
We are.
We are. All right. Well, we'll pick the medal.
Right now.
All right. Righto.
Rightio. I reckon it's between Vanderberg, Lappin, probably Hoare. What about you, Bailey?
Or Vanderberg. Lappin was good over the game, but I don't know. He was very influential, but I think it's between Hoare and Vanderberg.
What about McDonald?
He was good at full back, wasn't he? He did have a lot of kicks down there, but I don't know. What do we reckon, Vanderberg?
Well, I'm going Lappin for me. I thought his influence after quarter time was outstanding. The way he got to the attacking side, he directed the ball through him, and I thought he set up a lot of really good forward entries.
No, he did. He was very influential through the whole game. So
Can we have a winner, boys?
We have a winner. Okay, McDonald. There you go.
done.
Alexander McDonald. Yeah, I'm very happy with that, actually. We're done here. Are we still on air, Jules? Yes, we are. Rightio. We're still on air. Mitch has thrown the microphone, the headphones down.
No. I think
Presentations.
He's off to the Frank Collard Oval.
Presentations are about to take place. Congratulations to East Geelong, premiers and champions for season 2022 in the GDFNL Reserves competition. Final scores: East Geelong 10-4-64, Inverleigh 3-7-25. Not much of a game really after quarter time. I would have thought Bailey
No.
was a little bit quiet, wasn't it? Inverleigh busted their backsides for the first probably 10 minutes, and that was.
Yeah, well, Inverleigh, they started off really well.
Yeah.
We were saying their pressure was better than East Geelong, and they were all over it.
Yeah,
so I don't know what happened there. They kind of just fell apart in the end. So that's it. That's it. East Geelong are premiers and champions, and I reckon it's a bit of a tribute to Doc Carey.
Yeah.
So it's got to be.
It'll be a super emotional time up there at East Geelong tonight. So they've done it really tough, and this one will be for him. So good on you, East Geelong. Not many people can brag that they're premiers and champions. So that goes down in history at that footy club.
And they've had a very good season across the whole. Their netball, A-grade netball, they're very, very strong. Their seniors finished on top. So they've got one. You know, they might win the A-grade netball too.
I tell you what, I can see a lot of success coming from East Geelong over the next couple of years. They've got a really good young list. They bring a lot to the table, and I think East Geelong will play a prominent part in GDFNL Grand Final Day over the next couple of years.
Have a look at the crowd around them.
They've got a big crowd.
Brilliant.
And the good thing about it, they've got some young players in their reserves. That's the key to it all. You know, it's not an older reserve side. There is some older players in it, but they've got some young kids in it, like that you'd think that would probably take the next step next year or the next couple of years. So Mulvihill and King and those sorts of kids. You know, it all goes well for them in the future.
It all does bode well for them. Well. We're going to sign off from here. We're going to hand over to the...
Good on you, Bailey. Well done today.
Well done.
Thanks, Jules.
Very good, boys.
The number one commentary team in the district, led by the great Dale Smith. We won't call him the Geelong champion. Bloke who won 3 flags in 3 years as a 18, 19 and 20-year-old. Has a reunion every year with his premierships with Geelong. So...
Wish he'd buy some new bloody shoes.
He stole them from some poor bloke at
the Great Western.
Anyway, thank you for everyone for tuning in, listening. This has been the GDFNL Reserves Grand Final 2022.
Could we have East Geelong over to the dais, please? East Geelong have gone through undefeated through the season, so they become premiers and champions. And in 2021, they went through undefeated as well, but with no finals. So it's a fantastic effort by the club. Rightio, we'll start the presentation. With the umpires in the reserve grade, the field umpires were Errol Burns, Jared Clark, and the old bloke of the bunch, Mark Davison. Boundary umpires today were Oscar Clark, Bannockburn, Albans, Geelong, Inverleigh, Geelong, 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 Geel Ethan Moynihan, Dermot Quinlan, and Lila Stewart. The goal umpires today are Rod Stokes and Mark D'Alessandro, with the emergency umpire Les Sedman.
Bunch up for a minute.
All the umpires look beautiful there. Well done. Righto, we'll go off with the first presentation of the day is the Jeff McClure Medal. Jeff was a life member of the league and long-serving executive member, and we bestowed a medal for the reserve grade in his name. So today, best on ground goes to number 42, Alexander McDonald. Right, we'll go through the players that have played in this championship team. Number 6, Sam King. Number 7, Fraser O'Connell. Number 14, Dale Lappin. Dale won the Ivan Tansing medal a couple of Wednesday nights ago, so congratulations. Number 17, William Hall. Number 19, Ben Harding. Number 25, Ross Simmons.
Across Geelong, the Surf Coast and Bellarine Peninsula.
Number 26,
welcome to the
Will
GDFL Match
Jospovic.
of the Day, broadcast on the Pulse. Now,
Number
here to bring
27,
all the
Kayla
action to
Desard.
your radio, our team on 94.7, The Pulse.
Number 31, Josh Carey.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Gordon Tafe Oval. It is GDFNL.
Number
grand
34,
final
James
day
Carter.
here.
Cut!
Oh, sorry.
Number
sorry.
36,
sorry,
Nathan
Robbie just
Berry.
reminded me it's grand final. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the GDFNL grand final.
That's
here
better.
at,
Number 38, William
Where are we
Williams.
again? We're at the St Albans footy ground, the home of GDFL finals footy.
Number
And
41,
good
Ben
afternoon to Richard
Mulvale.
Grubby.
G'day boys, g'day viewers, g'day listeners. This is the day we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for it for a
The
long,
winner
long
of the
time. I
Jeff
was up at
McClure
4
medal,
o'clock
number
this morning.
42,
I'm like a little
Alexander
kid
McDonald.
at Christmas. It's just fantastic. And I'll tell you what, before we start anything, to Cogsy, Fano,
Number 44,
young Bailey,
Ryan
a magnificent
Bartell.
job in the under-18s. And to the hashtag boys, Bailey was with them. Ewan McGregor,
Number
Ewan Kennedy was
45,
with the other
Josh
boys.
Alisi.
Bailey and the hashtag team, fantastic job. Thanks, fellas. Absolutely magnificent.
Number
So
47,
second,
Jack
18
Lee.
presentations on East Geelong, big winners over Inverleigh. They're just getting their medals now.
Number 54, Charlie
and
Friend.
Drysdale defeated Geelong West in the under-18. It was a ripper game. Got down to, I think, a 5-point result at the end. A very
Number
entertaining
55,
game.
Mitchell
You saw that,
Clune.
Robbie? A lot of good young footballers on show.
I tell you what, there was. I expected to come here and see the game over in quarter
56,
time.
Bill
Drysdale win
Spicer.
by 12, 15 goals, and then get right into the seconds. And I just couldn't take my eyes off it. Those kids from West had the biggest crack I've ever seen. I think they
Number
come from
59,
fifth. And
Brandon
Drysdale
Ferry.
were miles better than anybody. They won the second semi by 12 goals. And these bunch of kids from West,
Number
they
60,
just they took it
Jerry-
up to them
Jerry
all day. And
Van
unfortunately,
Ooster.
they failed by about 5 points. But a lot of good kids out there. Well, the Drysdale
Number
kids will
64,
obviously stay in the
James
Ballerine. But I
Vanderberg.
tell you what, West have got a future there because some of those kids, they'll be filling the shoes of the boys at West.
Now, can I call up the
Blue
captain
West we used to call
of
them,
the
but the
East
West
Geelong
Giants
reserve
now, they'll
side,
get a few good kids out of that. And
Ryan
well done
Hall.
to them.
So the grand final this afternoon, Inverleigh versus Bannockburn, and a man who has coached both clubs will join me in commentary. Dale Smith, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rob. Yes.
And I'll ask Ryan to stay there, please, if you can.
Final this afternoon.
Now,
for me personally, so
we've got special circumstance here.
Morris
Morris Stevenson, who took over the coaching role for East Geelong Reserves.
No, I don't think it has.
We had a sad passing of Craig Carey. He's asked if Lyndall and Sarah Carey
this will be a
can
great
accept the
opportunity
cup
for both
on
clubs
his
to
behalf.
hate each other again
So,
for another day, and
if
then
they can
tomorrow,
come up.
who knows, the celebration could reunite,
And
and
I'll
could be a
ask-
big day.
And joining us,
I'll ask Bill
special
Bremner
comments, a man who
from
is very
Buckley's
familiar with the
Entertainment
Geelong
Centre
West,
to
Giants.
present
Coached them now at Grovedale, but
the
great to have
Buckley's
him
Cup
back at
for
the Box Country Club.
2022.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, mate. Great to be back in here.
It's very good. Now, as Grubby's given you the option, who have you decided to coach?
He didn't really give me an option.
Oh,
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I said, who do you want to coach? And you said Inverleigh.
You said, what job would I like?
Yeah.
I said, I'd like the Inverleigh job.
Well, that's he's playing with words. I'll tell you what, I don't know how he puts up there.
Just while I got this
does it
film
feel
over
carrying
here,
Daniel Fraser on
I'd
your
like to
shoulder?
thank Inverleigh Football Club for
Daniel does
staying
all the
out
hard
on the
work, mate. I
ground.
just sit in
It's
the
very much
background.
appreciated. It's pretty hard at this time
No, I'm happy
of
to
the
be
year
coaching
when
Inverleigh today.
you've fought it out all year
yeah, Clark, you
to
saw your
get
old
into a
club
grand
during the
final.
finals. Be fair
And
to
then
say they
just
were
fail
a
at the
little
last
disappointing.
hurdle. But
Grubby
congratulations
suggests
on staying out on the
a
field.
good future. What did they need to inject for next year and beyond from what you saw of them?
Yeah, they were disappointing
Now,
in the final.
just
but-
before
Yeah,
just before the players
probably
come up, I'll just ask
another key
Steve
back.
if you can say a few
Michael
words.
Loomer's not getting any younger. I think another backman to give him a hand.
Okay.
And probably more run out of the
congratulations
midfield.
to,
They look
Inverleigh.
very slow. They get the ball in
a
there,
couple of
but
good
their
covers
spread
late in the
just
last
wasn't good enough
half
on
of the year,
in
so
finals footy, especially on a
thank
big
you.
ground like this.
Well,
To my
we
boys
said
over
before
here,
the game that day
it's been- it
that
was a
if
tough
West
couple
were
of
to go
years.
close,
COVID
they had to
and
not leave anything out there.
Yeah.
Do you think they did leave a bit out there?
Yeah, I think they. I don't know whether they left anything out there, but they were dictated to most of the day.
How good was that
Belpays
goal
Till
kicked in the
just
last
played the
quarter?
way they wanted to play.
Josh,
West
yeah,
didn't
well
take that
done.
away from them. They chipped.
Come up here,
And
Josh.
when something opened, then they went. And I know before the game, that was the thing they looked at, was to stop that chipping, stop the uncontested footy. And unfortunately, they didn't bring that on the day.
But they made finals. Do you see that as a stepping stone for next year?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like, they've made finals, so hopefully now they can, get a couple more players in, take that next step and be playing here next
Don't know how
year.
many more they can get in. They've played 42 out of 42. I know people drop them, but they've got a good influx from the Ballerine and the GFL for the last couple of years.
Yeah, like you always drop those points from your 2 or 3 players. So if they can pick up a couple of 3-pointers along the way, be nice if Alex Blair came back from Tassie, but the year he's had over there, I don't think that'll happen.
Grubby, speaking of disappointing, East Geelong finished on top. They're not here today in the seniors, but they have won a seconds premiership, and there's a lot of young faces in that. So their future looks pretty rosy, possibly.
Yeah, but look, they've got a good junior system as well. I know their under-18s didn't fare that well, but I spoke to Mick O'Leary earlier. I know in the finish, right, it's probably disappointing for them, but at the start of the year, I thought it was a stepping stone year for them. Yeah. Get right up there, get amongst it, and then next year's their year, because they're going to be around for a while. But they went so well that they got to the top of the tree, and they just didn't quite perform. Only in the last 10 minutes of both games. They just didn't quite perform well enough in those games, and they went out in straight sets. But let's go back to the start of the year. What we're saying, it is a great stepping stone year, and I reckon they'll be around for a few years to come, these boys.
And the other side that's not here today, Belpost Hill, the old giants, the warriors of the competition, a lot of players in their side beyond 30. Are they at a really interesting and potentially dangerous time in their club's life?
I think they are, but every time they look like that's going to happen, they come up with something. They're one of those clubs that come up with something. I know we worried about them at the start of the year because they lost Brock Carter, they lost Bo Collins, they lost young Gray, and all of a sudden you think, well, I had them ranked equal first before the start of the season, and I dropped them to about 5th after realising that those blokes weren't going to play. So they pretty much finished 4th, so I had them pretty close. But does Pagey go on? Does Adrian Fantella go on? There's a few of them there that may not go on. They haven't got the juniors ready to come through yet. I reckon that's a couple of years away because the boys told us when we had them here. So, yeah, potentially they're in trouble for a year or so. But as I said, don't ever write them off because they always seem to come up with something.
Yeah, they do indeed. So let's focus on today. Andrew, I don't know how much with your other job at Grovedale, whether you watch videos or not, if you've seen much of today's combatants, you've selected Inverleigh. Is that because you think they'll win or you just want a tough job?
Excuse me. No, I watched them here. I watched 2 weeks ago when they played, and I just thought, on that day they were a better side, and I just liked the way they go about it. And yeah, when Grubby put me on the spot with a 10-second decision, that was the side I decided to take. But
And Grubby, for you taking on the Tigers, you'd be very happy with momentum, because there's last outing after a pretty disappointing hit out against Inverleigh. They were pretty good.
Yeah, well, I just reckon Ronnie's grabbed them and said, look, I don't care what we do, whether we win, whether we lose, but we are not to put up a performance like we did against Bannockburn a couple of weeks ago, because it just wasn't acceptable. It was their poorest performance for the year. They all knew it, but I tell you what, they've been cracking in a lot harder ever since. I don't know if they'll win today, but I can tell you one thing, they'll be giving it the greatest crack they've done all year, and they are a chance.
A couple of interesting players in for each side. One coming back from fairly long-term injury, about 8 weeks, Jack Violet, and Dan Measures, who we saw carried off on a stretcher not all that long ago. Is there a bit of a risk there, Grubby, or do you think the clubs would not take a risk with players of that quality?
I think there's a mighty risk on both of them, especially with who they're going to line up on. I think Measures will line up on a possible match winner in Buck Donoghue, and he's beaten him a couple of times through the year when he was 100% fit. He better be 100% fit today, because Buck Donoghue can win the game for, as he did a couple of weeks ago, kicking goals from outside the 50. The bloke from Inverleigh, Jack Violet, he may well get Kieran Fulton, and he's their match winner. Bannockburn can't win this game without Fulton kicking 4 or 5 goals, and I think if I was Kieran Fulton, I'd be bumping him and tackling him hard, because 8 weeks or whatever it is a long time. He might be fit in himself, but you keep getting knocks, it's called match fitness, and he's missed that match fitness, and he could be buggered by half time. So, there's a lot of danger in this. I had a look at Bannockburn's outs. Tommy Bath, we thought he'd come out, and he did, so that's fine. We have a look at Inverleigh's. I don't mean to be rude, but I think they got it wrong. I think they've taken out a player who I believe has been in their best players the last 6 weeks, in Alex Brown. How stiff is he? I wouldn't go to say who else should have come out, because that's not I don't like to do that to players. But I think Alex Brown should have been in that side. I think they've taken the wrong bloke out.
Dale, as ex-coach, those decisions to tell players they're missing out on big games, big occasions, it's a tough part of the job.
It's something I would never have loved to have done. So, as I said, when you've got a full list of players, unfortunately there's always going to be people miss out. And it just goes to show, like, the number of blokes that are running around in league reserves today that probably could have played and have played most of the season in their senior side. So, look, you accept it. You go about it. Unfortunately for some of the Bannockburn boys, they don't get an opportunity. Alex Brown had a chance to come back and play some seconds football today, but the consolation is that you really want to be playing the best footy you can, and finals football doesn't come around that often. And as I said, when you've been part of that mix for so long, it's a very tough call to be not a call, but to run up to a bloke at training and say, look, mate, at this stage, unless something else happens, you won't be in our senior side for the weekend. So, as I said, it's tough. Those decisions have to be made, and let's hope the result is that they can go on and win, and he can be part of that celebration anyway.
Well, I spoke to Alex Brown this morning, and gee, what a beautiful kid. He took it on the chin and said, all I've got to do now is go out and play me best footy in the seconds. Yeah, he was disappointed, but as I say, he took it on the chin. And of course, the other thing, like for you to make the call to drop somebody in the grand final is probably impossible, because you finished on the bottom. And then got sacked. So you weren't even around come finals time.
That's part of football, right?
And even Cameron's dropped off you, because you didn't even call you a Geelong champion, so you've dropped right off the radar.
Oh, it's a harsh day. I thought you would have been nicer on grand final day, Grubby, because it's all up and about and happy and joy. But
well, I'm not finished yet either, because Anthony Stevens was fantastic, but you wobbled on a little bit too much. You got to quite, we're trying to eat our pork and beef and that, and we'll listen to you ramble for a while. So he rambled a bit too, Steve, didn't he?
He was very good. He was actually good. He had ESP, because he was answering the questions before I asked them.
Well, that's because I've interviewed him in this particular box a couple of years back, and he was sensational that day, and he was great again today.
Very good. Champion of the game, and